Hello, good evening friends. Welcome to Deva Army and also welcome to GradeUp, which is the largest online education platform for engineering students. And in this session, I'm going to revise the whole theory of computation, where you're going to learn each and every important concept which is going to help you for coming GATE exam. I can ensure that if you are going to sit for these 3 hours, I don't think you need a revision on TOC again, but to ensure that everything you remember, keep revising this video whenever you need it, because all the concepts that are required for the GATE exam I'm going to cover here. But if you want to learn the theory of computation, you are please don't come to this session directly. First know about the concepts, then come to this session, so you will enjoy a lot. Yes, I can see that everybody. Yeah, hi, good evening everyone. Aprup, Saurav, Mani and G, Shukrat, Rajan, Rahul, Raju. Yeah, good evening everyone. Yeah, thank you so much for your warm wishes to me. Yeah, this is the first class on GradeUp after joining on GradeUp. Yeah, thank you so much for giving very good welcome. Yeah, Revati, good evening, thank you so much. Yeah, Sahil, good evening. Hi everyone. Nikhil, good evening. Yeah, so we are not going to leave our interaction is there wherever we go. And yeah, but this time you can see me, my whole the movement, rather than sitting at one place and teaching. Now this is what I like, because when I was teaching on offline, and everybody knows that how do I teach in front of the board. Now this is my board and I'm going to teach. You will be knowing that how do I teach when in front of you. Yes, good evening everyone. Good evening everyone. So let's begin this some introduction, because wherever we work and we are together. Yeah, good evening everyone. Yes, I left the previous platform and joined. Yeah, don't worry Aishi, that I'm here to teach you same thing a different way. Yeah, so this is the GradeUp platform, and you prepare the smart and score better. This is what the GradeUp intention is. And please like the session and also share with your friends, and please subscribe to the GATE channel if you have not yet done. So this session name is all-in-one master revision class on theory of computation. Yes, so this is my background. I have 12 plus years of teaching experience, and I have cracked the GATE multiple times. I prefer 2006 and 2007, because when I was in BTech, I have cracked the GATE exam without any support, just by reading the textbooks. But anyhow, I don't recommend to go for textbooks. I have learned a lot by doing the mistakes, but I don't want to do the mistakes on your own, because you learn when somebody guides you in right direction. So I'm going to guide you in my subjects especially, and we have a very good team on GradeUp. And my area of expertise here are theory of computation, comparative design, discrete mathematics, programming and data structure, also algorithms. And whenever I have time, I will also take the questions on various subjects. And please follow my classes, so that you will be learning a lot from this platform. Yes. And we are going to conduct the exam analysis and schedule for all the branches. You can see that GATE Computer Science on 13th Feb. We have 2 sessions, 12:30 p.m. for a morning people, which will help you for evening people, because when you have 2 sessions, the second session people are going to help a lot, because they will know the pattern of the morning paper, so that most of the questions will be beneficiable, because similar model questions can be available in the second session. So that's going to help you at 12:30 p.m. So I want you to watch 12:30 p.m. so that you will be it will be helpful. Only when you are not confident, this is going to help you a lot. And analysis at 6 p.m. also we are going to do in evening session. Yeah, afternoon paper in evening session. And key points you will get here: what is the difficulty level of the paper, and subject wise weightage, and also answer keys and solutions which are provided by the students, and which are may not be 100% correct sometimes, but it is 90% guaranteed, which a concept is same. And expected cutoff, and the safe score to get admission into IITs or to get the job into PSUs. Yes, yeah, yes Guru, you're right. I was in GradeUp and I came back to the GradeUp, and it just like for me, it is a parent for me. Yeah, thank you so much for joining today's session. Yeah, thank you so much guys. Okay, let's move to another one. There is a discount is going on GradeUp. You can use GATE 2021 to get the discount on GradeUp. And Vision ESE and GATE 2022 batch is also going to start soon. Please start enrollment. You need to enroll as soon as possible. From Feb 15th, you can start enrolling this course for all computer science students. This is a big news, and you will be having the batch for GATE 2022. And you know that wherever I work, you can see now my expressions completely, but in previous platform, you know that. So whenever I want to express any content, that's going to be very difficult for me to convince you, because now I can see something that most of the students are able to interact with me very well compared to the previous sessions. And thank you so much for giving so many love sessions, and you are so much interested compared to me, and that makes me more interested in coming to the live and giving more sessions which will beneficial for you. And for coming 2 days, and you have a very good sessions tomorrow, compiler design in the same session, same timing, in the same timing, and day after tomorrow you have a surprise, that is 6 hours marathon session on 50 important questions to guarantee there will be 50 marks in the GATE exam. So I'm going to cover, along with Ankit sir, we are going to cover 50 concepts in entire syllabus, so that it will be guaranteed, because we know where is importance. So I'm going to bring one question from one topic, so that the topic will be revised in single few minutes, so that is going to help you for the coming GATE exam. So those people who want a revision, please day after tomorrow, mark it, morning 9 AM you will have 6 hour session continuously for 50 questions to guarantee 50 marks. So ये बहुत बड़ी बात है, because I want to take such initiatives lot, but we have very less time. So whatever is possible for me, I'm going to help you guys. For GATE 2022, yes, yes Guru, I'm going to teach full TOC, yes. And we have so many batches. If I'm teaching in one batch, other batch I will give to other educator who are good in TOC. Yes, so you are going to get same. You are going to get a complete TOC in GATE 2022 batch. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Now, as I said, new batch starts from 15th Feb, and please enroll for that course. And what are the benefits you have on GradeUp that you may or may not aware, because you have come to this platform because of me, or you already know about the GradeUp. Then you can see that 600 plus, of course it's 600 is very small, we do more than that, and 600 plus hours and 5,000 plus practice questions. Once you are on this platform, I hope you get to know that most of the concepts here with the questions, so that you will learn a lot, you can remember a lot. So 100 plus mock test. Is there any platform that gives 100 plus mock test, and where you can get 100 plus mock test, you can have very good confidence? No need to go for any platform, because mock test is not going to give the knowledge. Remember, it will test your knowledge, right? So this is one of the advantage of GradeUp platform. And 100 plus study notes. Whenever you want to learn more apart from what we teach, you already have the study notes to follow. And anything you want to interact, or you want to know about the admission, 96500529904 is a mobile number. You can subscribe to GradeUp Super to enroll for the courses and learn from the experts on GradeUp. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, this is the first session. Guys. Let me start. As you said, you are very much interested. Now let me begin with the first topic in theory of computation. Yeah, Arun, I'm very much interested to start this session, right? Okay, so now regular expressions is the first topic. At least 1 mark expected from regular expressions. In most of the years, if you take 20 years of the exam, among them more than 15 years, you will see at least 1 question from the regular expression. So what I'm going to focus on, operators. There are a few basic questions on operators which can be asked about properties or expressions. If you want to write an expression, you need to know about properties so that you can write an expression. So let's look into, we have 4 operators. Yeah, like this session and also share with your friends so that we can have more audience on this platform. Yes, अब ready है सब लोग, right? You want to know how do I teach on board? Okay, so let's start with operators. Okay, tell me how many operators we have. So these 2 are unary operators. And these unary operators have very less properties. Only the difficulty is definition of this operator. But when it comes to this R and concatenation, binary. So there are so many properties here, and you should know about them for the exam. And if you know about these properties, entire regular expression topic will become so easy. So easy. So I want to talk about these two operators more, and here the definition of these two, and mainly the clinic closure. If you can understand this clinic closure, and everything will become easy. So let's start the clinic closure. I'm going to give the very important points, R plus and R star. And you know, even you study 10 to 20 times, these two definitions are going to confuse sometimes. Everybody knows that. So here, have you understood? Because I'm making you revision. I'm not teaching you TOC. Remember that point. If you have any doubts, yeah, Ankit. Ankit sir also joined. Yeah, just look at the difference between these two to understand. Yeah. So if you want to understand the definition of this, let me explain you these things. How many of you know about this? So I'm just doing the revision of every definition which is required for the exam, and never ever confuse these definitions. If you have a confusion of these definitions, I don't think you will understand this topic. Yes or no? Okay, so let me explain you. In epsilon plus, only the string that is generated epsilon. Do you agree? Do you agree? And in A plus, what are the strings you generate? Epsilon, A square, epsilon is not possible because A power 0 not there. Yes or no? So except that every string over a's is possible. So I don't want to waste much time, but this is how I begin, always with the basics, then we'll go for advanced. And A plus B whole plus, every string over A comma B, 1 length, 2 length and 3 length, everything, every string. But here 0 length only not possible because A plus B power 0 is not there. And AB plus, here epsilon again not possible, but AB and AB and AB whole cube, that is AB 3 times and so on. And once you understand this, just it is nothing but epsilon plus epsilon power 0. It's again epsilon, this one epsilon plus A plus, this one epsilon plus A plus B power plus, this one is same as epsilon plus AB whole plus. Right? It's very simple to understand the definitions. And if anybody has a confusion, you can ask me. I can see your doubts. Yeah. Everybody clear? Everyone? Yeah. This is the definition. If you have forgotten about the definition, please follow this. Okay. And no properties required about unary operators like commutative, associative, identity. We don't apply for unary operators. So that's the reason we always follow definition for the unary. But finally everything, definition and also properties along with them. So let's move on to your binary operators like a plus and a dot. When it comes to plus, let me help you. Epsilon B or A plus B, A plus epsilon and AB plus pi. And let's try to understand this. And when it comes to concatenation, A dot B, A dot epsilon, AB dot pi. Can you see the difference between these two? Here you have a choices. You can generate A or B. So when you look at these strings, you will get either A or B. Both are there in the language. Here you will have two strings. One is A, another one is epsilon. Here AB union pi, just AB. And when it comes to this string, one string which is AB, here both must be there in the concatenation. Look at the plus and dot. Plus means either R1 or R2. Here dot means R1 followed by R2. And you know most of the definitions. Yeah. And this one, A dot epsilon is A and AB dot pi is pi, because pi is dominator for the concatenation. So what are you understood from these definitions? There are so many properties are going to be there for these operators. So let me give you one table and I'm going to give you shortcut after every definition. So definition to remind the concept and shortcut to remember for the exam. So these two things I'm going to make you practice today. Definition to remind the concept and some shortcut to remember for the exam so that you can quickly apply in the exam. Just 3 to 4 days is there. So we can remember easily whatever the shortcut I make now. Yes, and not BA exactly. When you have A dot B, you can't write BA, and when you have A plus B, here what is not possible? A possible, B possible, but AB not possible, and BA also not possible. Yes, good point, good point. When you have the plus, you cannot have both in the same string, Yes, are you ready to look at the shortcut that I always give? One, that is the table, and if you can understand the table, if not, at least remember, because sometimes 1 or 2 marks questions will come. So let me help you that. Okay, what is the table? Plus is for the R and dot is for concatenation, and remember this table for the exam point of view. If you want to remember, first thing is identity. What is identity? What is identity? It has no importance at all. It has no importance if you are writing in the expression. For plus, pi has no importance. If you write R1 plus pi, R1 is only the answer, right? And what is dot? For the dot, epsilon. R dot epsilon. R is only visible because epsilon is 0 length. Something followed by 0 length is going to be R only. And that is about identity. And opposite of identity, dominator. And dominator, if that is going to appear along with the operator, that is only the final answer. Can you tell me the dominator for the plus? Come on, quick. Yeah. Prince Gupta, Vaishnavi, Mani, Kushi. What are the dominators? It could be directly possible. One more question in case. What are the dominators? Come on, quick. Who is the dominator for the plus? Sigma star. Good point. Whatever the sigma star is a dominator because sigma star plus anything is a sigma star. Yes, pura dunya. Yes, you know what do you mean by dunya, right? All right, good point. And for the dot, pi. See, just like I can help you. R dot pi is pi. That is what a dominator is. Here, R plus sigma star is equal to sigma star. That is called as a dominator, right? Identity is very easy. R plus pi, you have R only, either left or right identity. Here R dot epsilon is R. And apart from this, remember associative and commutative? They are properties which will help you to apply in discrete mathematics. In discrete mathematics, when you are applying group theory concepts, so group theory concepts are also applicable here. So in that case, associative for plus and commutative, there is no problem. They satisfy always. And when it comes to concatenation, associative satisfies but commutative fails. So remember this point especially. Commutative property not satisfied for concatenation. Okay, so remember that point, which is already asked in one of the GATE question. You want to see the GATE question? That is, they have asked one time sigma star comma dot. What kind of algebraic structure? Is it monoid? Is it semi-group? Is it group or abelian group? Right? Yeah. People are confusing about the platform. This is the GradeUp. Yes, GradeUp is going to be the #1 platform in 2 years. So we are going to ensure that, and this channel is going to be the best for the computer science. You will be seeing from the GATE exam onwards, the people who are working on GradeUp platform and the students who are coming to GradeUp platform are going to be fantastic, and I can guarantee that. And you can see that the GradeUp right now, how many users we have and how much content we have, how many educators we have, and everything is going to be revealed in front of you. All right. So can you remember this point? This is going to be the shortcut for the properties, and this was one of the GATE question where these properties are going to help you to answer this question. But this question is for discrete mathematics, but properties are from the TOC. Everybody, so sometimes it is possible to ask the TOC concepts in other questions too, other subjects too. So let me move quickly for the regular expressions. Okay, so now I'm coming to the regular expressions. What is important for the exam? Because we need to reach till the decidability, so I'm going to restrict what is important for GATE. In the regular expressions, let me start from the beginning. What is important only? Whenever you see r dot pi, remember answer is pi, and second point r dot sigma star, sorry, r plus sigma star, answer is sigma star. Apart from that, what are the expressions are important? The third one, if you could have been remembered, A star, all star, what will be answer? These are the important expressions for upcoming exams. Because they looks like the nested loops. If you can understand these three nested loops, it just looks like one loop within another loop. A star all star is A star, but A star all plus is also A star, and A plus all plus is A plus. Everybody agree? So do not confuse when you look at the two stars or one star is another one is a plus, which is going to confuse the fifth one. Fifth one, people might say A star, but do not say. Even fourth one also they might say A plus, but do not say, because here epsilon is there inside the positive closure. Everybody? Yeah, these are the first basic important expressions. Then what are the main things that you need to remember is, I can guarantee at least 5 questions are there only on A plus B whole star. If I am wrong, just go to the previous year GATE questions. Look at this one. How many times it was asked? Plenty of times, and I can predict one question either in this year or in coming year. So you can, and tell me what are the answers you have for A plus B. Yes, come on, चलो जल्दी. You cannot forget this A plus B whole star. आपको TOC भी आता नहीं है, याद रख के भी आप आंसर कर सकते हैं एग्जाम में जाके. मेरा बात गलत है तो जाके आप आंसर कर लेना. गुड इवनिंग. या चक्रवर्ती, गुड इवनिंग. या यही तो है दुनिया, है ना. चलो, A plus B plus epsilon whole plus, and I'm not writing easy ones. Remember, I'm writing which are important for the exam, right? We have learned hundreds of hours in TOC, but this is going to be different. This is one of the expression where you have to remember at any cost. A plus B plus epsilon whole plus is also A plus B whole star. Do you agree? Yes, very good answer. Who is that? Mani and Sohail, right? You have so many good answers. Another one, A star plus B star whole star, one of the very important expression. And apart from this, A star B star whole star. Of course, you can also write in reverse, still it is same. And not just them, you know, there are 2 expressions I helped you to remember many times. This is gonna be starts with A. Everybody agree? Starts with a whole plus if I keep, but we will keep A star here, whole star here, and we'll write here B star. And this is also equal to A plus B whole star, remember. And not only this, starts with B also we can make. B followed by A star. If you write whole plus, that is a starts with B. If you write whole star and write A star here, which will become A plus B whole star. This is another very difficult but very important. So if you want to remember, and this is the time to remember, but I never encourage anybody to remember. I don't have the time to explain one expression here, so I want to remember this if whoever not understood this concept. Yeah. Now ends the concept. If I write ends with A. This is ends with A concept. If I put whole plus, that is ends with A. But if I put whole star followed by B star, now I can end with A or I can end with B. But everything you want, you can generate from here. There is one more. There is one more which is ends with B concept. That is A star B whole plus makes ends with B, but I put whole star and A star. Now all these expressions are very, very important for the exam point of view, and do not forget these 4 expressions which are going to be very difficult for you to remember. So I am going to help you how to remember them. This is called as starts with A, so that you need to start with B, so you need to write a B star. This is a starts with B expression, and you need to start with A also, so we put whole star and A star. And this ends with A, ends with B concept. So this a few expressions, 8 expressions are going to be really important for exam point of view. And apart from this, we are going to practice today, and also we need to revise many important, many important. Yeah. Okay, now we'll practice. We have seen very important things. Now we will practice which are needed for GATE exam. The first question, that is starts with A. We know this one. It's going to generate all strings starts with A. Yeah. And don't worry about the chart. Shubham, yeah, you are discussing with me. Thank you so much. I encourage every student. Of course, students never scold the faculty. Faculty always scolds the student. But here we are on online platform, and yeah, this is what I am talking about. This is a very easy expression, but you need to remember. This is also starts with A. There are 2 expressions which are very important, which was asked already in the previous year GATE question. So this is what I am talking about. If you remember this starts with A expression, you can write even A plus B whole star. Even also you can remember A plus B whole star. Now did you remember starts with B similarly? Starts with B expression. I want every string starts with B, but remember sigma is I am talking about A comma B. Don't take any other symbol. Sigma is just A comma B. All right. Yeah. Come on, jaldi. How to write starts with B here? Come on, thoda flow banayenge hum. We need to move to the second chapter 2. Every 1 hour we will change the chapter. Every 1 hour. I have one hour session to complete the regular languages, and every 1 hour we will move to the second chapter. Yeah. B A star. Good. One is very simple, B followed by A plus B whole star. But do not predict this question comes. There is another one, B followed by A star, which makes B definitely there. B followed by any number of A's. If you don't want A's, you can come back with whole plus. Everybody, B A star whole plus. Good answer, good answer. Yeah. Yes. So I hope you remembered. Who are following me, there is no doubt with me. But who are learning first time, they will surprise by looking at these expressions. Oh, is it starts with B? Then if it is starts with B, is it really starts with B? So those people who are not aware of these expressions, please focus on the new expressions that I am writing. Okay, let's move to the ends concept. Ends with A and ends with B. Same sigma. Ends with A. If you want to ends with A, that is B star A. You can end with A whether with B or without B. If you want to repeat that, put whole plus. Of course, there is very simple expression. Why I am writing very difficult one? Yeah. Right. Please do not avoid this the important one. This one. And ends with B. Okay, let me complete. You have comfortability with this now. Yeah, let me move to the very interesting expressions now. Okay. Now what you have learned, just basics so far, and I believe that without this the TOC will not begin because these are the basic expressions where everybody should understand. Now let me go into the details. Have you remembered which was asked in previous year GATE questions? Exactly 3 A's or at least 3 A's. So you need to remember that I'm going for this language which has set of all strings, number of A's exactly 3. Number of A's. Yeah. Either you need to identify the expression or they will give an expression, you need to identify the language. Come on guys. Please answer quickly. Come on. Exactly 3 A's. Remember this? You need to write exactly 3 A's. Of course, box don't keep it. And there is no other A, right? In these positions, there is no other A. So what do you write here? Just you write B star. Look at that. It's so easy if you can understand what is needed for you. If you understood this, then 6 and 7 you can easily answer to me. What is 6? I want number of A's greater than or equal to 3. Can you answer the expression? At least 3 A's. At least 3 A's. That means A's again compulsory. But in the remaining positions, you can get any number of A's and B's. So here you will write A plus B whole star. Same, previously we have written B star. Now we will write A plus B whole star because now we have no restriction on A's. We have satisfied minimum A's 3. Now any number of A's can come in this language. Yes, you can write capital X or you can write A plus B whole star. Good. Now come to the point. Number of A's. It's easy, right? I don't like to teach easy ones, but I'm revising old TOC, so I need to go for easy and difficult. So beginning always easy, and you have seen already the difficult ones. Now at most 3 A's. At most. How do you write at most? A or epsilon, which makes either A or no A. One more, A plus epsilon. Either second A or no second A. And third A if you want you can take, or no third A. So maximum in a sequence, maximum you can get 3 A's. Minimum you can get 0 A's, epsilon. So minimum 0 A's, maximum 3 A's. Remaining positions you can have any number of B's. Right. So these are the 3 important expressions where I can predict in the coming exams. They could ask any given expression and tell me what is the meaning of the expression or what is the equivalent language. So let me go to the next important concept in the expressions. Now the length, I'm talking about the length. Suppose I want length exactly 2, where W belongs to A comma B whole star. And ninth one, length at least 2. And 10th one, length at most 2. And how easily you can write now? Come on, quick. Yeah, Arbit. Yeah. There could be many answers, don't worry about it. Just I am giving one best answer for that. Okay, come on, guys. We'll have a time to write now. Because so many times we can see in the previous year GATE question, length problems. Yeah, first one, okay, you need 2 length. So I can write expression is A plus B, 1 length, another 1 length, which will give you 2 length. This is a 2 length. 1 length followed by 1 length. And remember always, epsilon 0 length, A plus B 1 length, epsilon plus A plus B at most 1 length, and A plus B whole square is a 2 length. And you have so many such beautiful expressions like A plus B plus epsilon whole square. That is at most 2 length, exactly 2 length, at most 2 length, and at most 1 length, exactly 1 length, and 0 length. So remember these famous expressions where you can get quick idea what I am writing. Okay, now I want at least 2 length. So what I write? A plus b square, which gives you 2 length. Now at least 2 means you can add a plus b whole star either before or after. It is your choice. This is one of the expression which you can express for the regular language. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Arpit, you are so worried. I'm worried about my life also, right? Everybody has own life and you need to live wherever you enjoy, right? I always believe my heart, if I believe what I'm doing, I always stick to that position. Here I stick to the students, so students are following. Arpit, if you don't follow in this world, I have I have my own style, I have my own students to follow. Yeah, at most 2 length, that is directly you can say this is at most 1. If you write this thing 2 times, you will get at most 2. All right, everybody, come on, quick. Yeah, now let's move to the important expressions. Now we have almost seen 10 very, very important sections, expressions which are needed for the exam. Now let's move to regular expressions we can deal with even along with the finite automata. So let me deal now finite automata, where we can deal even so many other expressions too. So have you remembered? Okay, let me move to, yeah, DFA, NFA and finite automata with output, and here also we can deal some of the regular expressions. Okay, tell me what is DFA? Tell me what is DFA, guys, quick. When you say Q sigma delta Q naught F, even NFA also you have the same, but delta we define like Q cross sigma which derives Q. This is the DFA definition. Yes, Anvesha, you are very late. And in NFA, the definition of delta is Q cross sigma including epsilon if you require 2 power Q. That makes non-deterministic. And finite automata with output, we have 2 definitions. One is a Moore machine, other one is Milli machine. In this, we have 2 things. Delta is the same definition for both of them. Q sigma delta and Q naught, along with that delta and lambda is there. So this delta is same, Q cross sigma derives Q, because by default both machines are deterministic. So do not worry about delta in this finite automata with output. But when it comes to output, where is the output? The Moore machine talks about output is along with the state. The Milli machine says that output with the transition. So these 2 are main differences. For Moore machine, that is lambda is going to change, which is output with the state, So how do you write output with the state? If you go to the Q, you will get output, that is a delta symbol. That symbol in the output alphabet you can get. And when you go to the Milli machine, what is lambda? The output with the transition. So if you go to the transition, you will get output. So these are the major differences between these 4 machines. Finite automata which is not having an output can be DFA or NFA. In this, what is delta for DFA, what is delta for NFA? And when you go for finite automata with output, by default delta is same for both a Moore and Milli machine. And also remember, we have advanced questions here. These 2 machines can also be designed in like non-deterministic, but here I am not designing. If you go for Chennai mathematical, CMI or TFR questions, you can see these 2 machines are non-deterministic also. So also aware that by default they are deterministic, but somebody want to make non-deterministic, they can, but ensure that every string at least 1 path is there. So that is important here. And Moore and Milli machines, but multiple outputs are also possible if you have many outputs. So be careful about it. Okay, so this is what we have about the differences about the differences. Now let's move to each one. Now I'm going to the DFA. Okay, let's talk about what you have learned in DFA. In DFA, first one will practice number of states. Quickly, I want to make you revision about number of states required for any given regular language. Yes, Kiran, it is there in the syllabus, but it comes in every 5 years once. So that's why, we give less importance to the finite tutor with output. But today I will make you revision each and every one. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, Ahmed. Yes, I left an academy. I joined GradeUp. Yeah, that's why I'm teaching another platform. My t-shirt changed. I am changed, and my board is also changed. All right, number of states. What is number of states? Any language that we give, let's say L is equal to pi, and assume all these languages sigma is equal to a comma b. How quickly you answer in the exam, that can save your time. I told you TOC is time saver if you can answer by looking at the question. If you have this one, how many states in DFA? In minimum DFA. Most of the times they ask in minimum DFA. Yeah, minimum NFA they may not ask, but one question was there in old previous year. All right, so now tell me L is empty. How many states required? If you have already designed DFS many times, the one state is enough. One. That's initial state is the dead state. Initial state is the dead state, right? All right. One. Why, Kumar? It's just one state. Don't make the formula for pi. Why pi? Is there any n inside? No n. All right. What are you trying to say? Sigma star is also one state, because these two are, assume L1 and L2. This L1 complement is L2 and L2 complement is L1. These two are complement to each other. When they are complement to each other, they will have same number of states in minimum DFA. Do you agree that? Do you agree that even you don't know how to design a machine, it is going to be very important for exam, and sometimes they ask not containing 3 consecutive ways. You have not designed ever, but you might be designed containing 3 consecutive ways. Every string which is containing 3 consecutive ways, then that's enough to say not containing also. Yes. Everybody? Yes. They are complement to each other. If you know any DFA, other DFA will also have same number of states, just interchange final and non-final. Yes, that is very important. Now, next one, L3. Tell me how many states, and L4 is complement of L3, how many states? Let's look at who will answer that. Yeah, today I need to say that I left an academy. Everybody is asking that. I joined GradeUp. Yeah, Satyantan. Thank you for joining the session. Yeah, Prachi. I am going to provide full course, but you may require to take you need to join GradeUp for that. 2 or 3. How many states are? Why 2? Who are they? Kumar, what are you doing? This is revision. That is the reason I came with the revision plan for revising every important concept. You can't do the mistake in easy one. Why are you doing the mistake, guys? Why do you say 2? Did I ask for NFA or DFA? Minimum DFA. Both will be same, no doubt. But what is the answer, yaar? 3. Did you forget? This is starts with A, but that is not the complete answer. This is NFA, minimum NFA requires 2, but minimum DFA, there is a dead state also on B. Right. Don't forget that. If you forget the dead state, you lost 1 mark too. Not only mark, but if it is MCQ, you are going to lose even 0.33 extra. Right. Yeah, do not forget the dead state. 3. Okay, let me help you. Only 4 questions we have solved, but we are going to do many today. Fifth one. Just I will write starts with AB, all the strings. You need to answer them. Ends with AA. Let me write AA instead of AB. Assume in my sense, this means A plus B whole star. Just put it. Okay. Answer them. I'll write the questions, few of them. Okay. One of the questions was already previous year GATE, and these are the expected questions too. Come on guys, I want you to answer directly in the revision. I may not discuss the motion because your revision I am doing, and you need to answer my job. You need to do that. Okay, let's look at who will be answering them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just write question number and write the answer. And you just require 5 seconds to answer any question. Just 5 seconds. Oh, great, great, Salman. Thank you so much. And I'm going to bring many sessions. I don't have much time for GATE 2021 except revision. And if you have studied TOC and this is going to help you because you're not doing the revision, I'm helping you. I'm giving the time to discuss too. But anything you forgot, and note it and do revision today itself to practice today itself. Yeah. Come on, quick. बहुत सारे आने वाले हैं और yeah, I can guarantee 6 to 9 marks I'm covering. Harsh. 6 to 9 marks only. This 3-hour session will help you for the GATE. That is why it is very important session for you and for me to deliver the content about TOC. Yeah. So first one, look at this AA. Minimum string is AA. So definitely you require 3 states plus extra 1. So you need to answer 4 states. How did I get that? Because to understand 2 length, you require 3 states. To understand 2 length, which is the minimum string, and extra 1 dead state because the start condition. Yes, first one is the 4 states including dead state. And when it is ends with AA, just focus on AA. That is your motion. Focus on AA without any dead state. Yes or no? Focus on AA, which is going to be 3 states. There is no dead state. And now again focus on AA and you will not have any dead state. Again same answer. And this one, these 3 are very important. Make it is possible to ask in the exam, which was ends with AA or AA, which was previous year GATE question. But for this, you should have the knowledge of the minimum string. If you can understand the minimum string, remaining you can follow them. So starts with AA or BB. Just make a logical picture. How? Just take initial state. Now AA, you can go this way and come to the final, and BB, take other path and go to the final. And now if you miss starting with AA or BB, you go to dead. 1 extra dead set is sitting here. Total how many states? 5 states. But I'm not designing here. I'm only helping how to answer quickly. How to answer quickly. Yes. I am asking minimum states. 8 is possible to construct DFA, but 8 states is not a minimum DFA. I can design a DFA with 100 states. I can design, but that is not a minimum DFA. Remember that. We are answering only minimum number of states. So remaining, on B, sorry. Yeah. So on B, you go to dead state. Here on A, go to dead state. And once you start correctly, just stay there. And 8, you have 5 states. And 9 ends with AA or BB. How many states, guys? Yes, I will provide by saving this if possible. Yes, Nishu. पढ़ाने के लिए आया था. Yes, tomorrow we will have a comparative design and day after tomorrow we will have C programming. Yeah, all important sessions will be, all important concepts will be covered like this. And these questions are very important. I am only helping you to remind the previous important concepts. I am not wasting your time, and all these are important. If you don't mind, look at the previous year GATE question. That's only the best solution. Yeah, ninth one. How many states? Ends with double A, ends with double B. You need to go two different paths. Again, you will have a 5 states. You will not have a 4. Come on, who is that? You will have 5 states. Double A, double B, final state cannot be combined. Contain double A, contain double B. And this is the picture of contain double A, double B. But you don't have a dead state, you will have a 4 states here. Okay, don't assume contain and always will have the same states here. Multi conditions are there. Multi conditions are there. If you want to look at the ninth question, you can see here. Just I'm going to delete this. This one ends with double A. You will have a different path for double A, and there are 2 finals will be created. And just cover the missing transitions. You will not have any dead state. That is the reason you will have 5 states. Come on. Is that clear? Dead state to nahi hai, but you can't combine the 2 finals because 2 end conditions. If you combine them, you will forget how did you end. Because from the final state also you need to wait again for double A and double B. Clear this point? Right. उसके बाद तो if you practice them you will understand. B यहाँ पे आ जाओ, ये ऊपर चले जाना, और ये यहीं पे और B यहीं पे. But if you get a B, you need to come back here. Here if you get A, you go there. Just to ensure ends with double A or double B. Okay, I'm not going to teach how did I construct. You know that it may take even 15 minutes to explain why did I do this way. Alright, come on, quick. So these 10 questions are really important. Yeah, why not combined? Who is that? Sumati, why not combine? This is not the right place to ask. How can I cover 3-hour session? And please explain, Sumati, that why we can't combine these 2. समझ नहीं आ रहा है? This final state is ends with double A. अगर ये दोनों combine किया, उसके बाद ये मैं क्या करूँ यार? अगर दोनों combine किया, इसके बाद ये आया, तो क्या करूँ? ये double A, double B दोनों final पे, उसके बाद ये आया, is it ending with double A or double B? कुछ समझ में आएगा? अगर दोनों मिक्स किया, ट्रिपल डबल ए के बाद ए आया, डबल बी के बाद ए आया, दोनों क्या आंसर बताओगे? है ना? यू कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, लुक एट दिस यार. ये डबल ए फाइनल में जा रहा है, ये थर्ड ए में फाइनल जा रहा है, थर्ड ए में नॉन फाइनल जा रहा है. अगर कंबाइन किया क्या करोगे बताओ? है ना? चलो मैं नहीं करूंगा ये सारे चीज. डाउट्स, अगर डाउट पूछे ना बहुत लेट हो जाएगा, आज पूरा कल सुबह तक बैठना पड़ेगा. 11. Okay, now we have seen some of the important concepts. Now I'm going to ask the questions, answer quickly. If I want 2 length, one letter W belongs to A comma B whole star. Quickly I want, because I've already written the expressions, I just want the answer to make a revision. So that if you have any confusion, mark it. If you have any confusion, mark it. It's only the beginning now. Come on guys, quick. This is also very important slide for you. जो भी आंसर है सेम होंगे यहाँ भी, but only the motion slightly changes. Okay, answer it quickly. अरे नंबर डाल दो यार यूट्यूब में यार. 3, 4 किसको बता रहा है? 3 किसका है, 4 किसका है? फोर 4 3. Right. So first one, exactly 2. To understand the 2 3 length, but you need a dead state. So 3 plus 1. 3 किस लिए है? To understand the two length. आपको 2 समझना है. What is happening? Sorry. Sorry guys, because I'm very new to this, but still it's fine. Okay, there is some disturbance here. Okay, 3 plus 1. At most 2. Again you need a dead state. So 3 plus 1. 3 isliye because to understand the two length, you need to have 3 states definitely there. And to understand this two length 3 states, but dead state is not required because last state will become final. You can put a self loop here and exactly to copy paste. This one is the 4 and this one is the 4, and at least 2 you will have a 3. Only you will have a self loop for B because B doesn't matter here. B doesn't matter here, right? So is this easy? This is called as the revision, guys. Most of people don't know how to revise. They look at whole textbook, but whole textbook can be revised in few minutes or few hours. That is what I am trying to help you. And what you need to revise before the exam, everything should look like very short. If this point looks like you are spending 10 minutes of time, in 10 minutes you can you can do one topic completely. Are you understanding how to make a revision in the last minute? That is the reason I came to the live to help you how to do the revision on TOC. I don't know how many of revised this subject in 3 hours, but I am doing that to help you. It's not entire TOC, but every concept which is required for the exam. Yes. You can make generalized. Good. You can make generalized. How do you make generalized? Put n. Okay. This will become n plus 2. And this is n, so this is also n plus 2. It is n, put this n plus 1. So you can make generalized, by assuming this. And apart from this, I have few questions on the number of states. Please also follow them. Okay, previous one. 16th is the last one. Okay, let's go to the 17th. Okay. It's a 28th symbol from begin is A. In the exam, do you have that much time to understand 28th symbol? No. This is the one of the great model where you need to reduce the bigger constant into smaller constant if you have not designed previously. Remember my point. This model you might be practiced, so you will answer it immediately, but you have not practiced, and the 20 convert into 2 or 3 and practice it and generalize to the 28th. So that is the best strategy. Okay, now let's look at. This is what I need. Those people who have understood the concept of formula, they can answer very quickly. Either concept, first priority for the concept, second priority for remembering the formula. Yeah. 20, so that is nth symbol. If this is n, that answer was n plus 2. So if it is 20, this will become 22. Yes, 22 states because there is one extra dead state. That is the reason. If 28th symbol is not A over sigma A comma B, then you need to have dead state. And 28th symbol from end is one of the difficult problem in the world, right? I told in many classes that ending, why it is so difficult. So you need to look for all the 20 symbols from the end to understand 28th symbol from end. So in that reason, you will have 2 power 20 combinations. So you will have 2 power 20 states. And this is one of the difficult concept in regular languages because it takes exponential time to design. Yes, it's a minimum state. A DFA itself, it takes 2 power 20 states. It is one of the worst scenario where you take much time to design. So in the exam, do you have that much time to design 2 power 20? No, right? "20th symbol, why do you make for 19th, yaar? Who is that? Shukrut? We don't make 19B. Where is 19B? Right, first 19 symbols A comma B. 28th symbol is A. 28th symbol. Yeah, it is one of the harder problem. Exactly. Come on. Okay, so these 80 problems are important for the exam, and please don't forget them in the exam. These are the time saver questions. And I'm not going beyond this because we need to identify the languages too. So give me a few minutes. I'm going for the languages. Wait, guys. Okay, so construction of finite arbitrage, and then finding number of states, and finding equivalence classes for regular languages. How many of you remembered this concept? Finding equivalence classes for regular language. Tell me what is the meaning of that. If I give you L is equal to starting with A over A comma B, then how many equivalence classes for this language? Quick, guys. This is one of the important concepts where we don't practice regularly, but once in a while we do it, so there is sometimes a difficulty in understanding the number of equivalence classes. Yeah, quick. Yes, number of states in minimum DFA. Yes, you remember that? You remember that line? Number of states in minimum DFA for this L. Number of states, it's nothing but find the number of states in minimum DFA. Okay, tell me how many states in minimum DFA. You know that starts with A. We did already. Yes, 3. You answered it. So 3 equivalence classes. Because of 3 states in minimum DFA. That's it. Okay. Okay, now we are moving to the identifying regular and non-regular, then closure properties quickly. Yeah, now regular languages. This is one of the important question. Have you remembered how to identify regular languages? Make a note first. Make a note. Language, I'm just revising the concept if you forgot this. Finite language, take a screenshot. Finite, and it is infinite. It's a language over any sigma. If it is finite, we say regular. Even we say DCFL. Of course, I'm mixing the concept. Even you can say CFL. That's not a problem. Have you remembered this? Even you can say recursive. Even you can say RE. Right? Of course, it's not visible. Fine. Right? Recursive, even you can say RE. Okay, infinite set we have problem. It can be regular or it can be non-regular. Tell me all the scenarios, because we are going to cover entire TOC on this identifying the languages. It's not just first chapter. So in this chapter we are going to cover all languages. How did we identify it? So tell me regulars. Tell me about regulars. What scenario you have the language is regular and also it is infinite? What scenario you have? Yes, Purna, hi. Come on guys. Did you remember this concept? Quickly, I need to make you revision on this identifying languages. AP dependency, good point, is opposite. Regular because you have forming AP, dependency word, change it, no dependency. AP, then it is regular, or it can be no dependency. Till infinite. Two cases we have. When the language has more than one symbol, then no dependency till infinite. When the language is having one symbol, over one symbol, that should form AP. And over more than one symbol, you look for no dependency. You look for there is no dependency more than one symbol. And also it should form AP if you have symbols. Yeah, non-regular. Now focus on non-regular. In this non-regular, there are many cases. It might not form AP. It might not form AP. Let me write from here. Second one, or you might have dependency. If you could have remembered what can, and it can happen both. It can happen both. So these are the very important concepts for us. And again, if it is regular, we can say it is DCFL, CFL, CSL, recursive and REL. But if it is not regular, now we have other cases. Everybody? Okay. What is arithmetic progression and Sagar? And you need to learn what is arithmetic progression. Should I teach that? Now I'll teach with examples. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Now look at this. Is it finite language? Look at that. A plus B whole plus. No restriction here. No restriction here. No restriction here. And W, X, Y and Z is not there. It's fine. Somebody can ask when there is no Z, they can talk about the Z. So don't worry about it. Now you need W, X, Y and which is belongs to A plus B whole plus, definitely infinite. Yeah, it's infinite. कमान गणेश रुको ना, एग्जाम्पल के साथ एक्सप्लेन करूंगा क्या एपी है यार. आंध्र प्रदेश तो नहीं यार, अर्थमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन है यार. बचपन में सो रहा है क्या? अर्थमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन पढ़ के नहीं आया क्या? बता दूंगा लैंग्वेज के साथ. थोड़ा रुको ना, मैं तो कॉन्सेप्ट लिखा था वहां पर, नहीं पढ़ा है ना. इनफाइनाइट, इज इट रेगुलर और नॉन रेगुलर? इज इट रेगुलर और नॉन रेगुलर? ये इसके लिए आपको टीओसी पढ़ना पड़ेगा यार, टीओसी पढ़ना पड़ेगा आपको. यस, इट इज रेगुलर. व्हाई इज दैट रेगुलर? Because we put a minimum W. क्यों पुट करना है यार? ये तो प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा आपको. What do you do here? Put W is either A or B. What do you get if you put W is A or B? You get X A Y A or you get X B Y B. And is it able to cover every string of this language? Is it able to cover every string of this language? You go and check it. Put any other W is covered here. I'm just putting here. Put W is equal to either AA or AB or BA or BB. Anything. Anything. Whatever you get an expression, that strings generated by the expression is also covered here. So you may get like this. X AA Y AA. Is that correct? Yes. X AB YAB or X BA YBA, and whatever the strings generated from this, all of them are covered here. It means this is your answer. This is your answer. That is the reason we say it is regular but not finite, because it is an expression when you substitute X and Y with A plus B whole plus. And this is the concept we have learned to identify regular languages when the language is infinite, and how to say it is regular. Okay, it's one of the easy concept if you practice, but for the beginners I don't recommend this video. For the beginners I don't recommend this video. Clear this point? Yes. Okay, let's move on to another example. Let's find out. It's just substitute. This is substitution technique. Just substitute, you will realize something. Okay, number of A's is even, a number of B's is odd, but it is A's followed by B's. It is, yeah, M is equal to even, and this comma represent and. Comma represent and. So just you can write as double A whole star, because number of A's is even, number of B's is odd, so B followed by double B whole star. And when I am able to write an expression, the language is obviously regular. You don't need to worry about it. Language is absolutely, it is regular, right? Because I am able to write an expression for the language. Yes, regular but not finite. कभी कभी देख लेना ऑप्शंस, मल्टीपल ऑप्शंस भी मैच होगा कभी कभी, ठीक है. Don't worry how to design a DFA. It is possible. It is possible. Okay. Now, before coming to non-regular languages, let me explain some other languages. Okay, now let's come to the regulars. As I said, there is a hierarchy. Now this regulars all the finites, you know it, but I'm giving examples. A power prime and a power n factorial, these are language over one symbol. Now you can understand. Is there any other famous language? Yes, these are the famous languages where they do not form AP over one symbol. They do not form AP. If you want to understand forming AP, just take the length of every string. Look at their lengths are forming a mathematical AP series or not. Everybody, the length of the strings, are they forming mathematical AP series? That's enough. Why do you look at these strings? Not required. Right? Just look at this prime. The prime series, is it forming AP? No. So it is not regular. N factorial series and 2 power n series and n power n series and n square, just look at them. They do not form AP. And when it is not regular, we have a point. We have a point. These are the languages over one symbol. And note that, note it, over one symbol, regular languages and context-free languages, there is no difference. There is no difference. Over one symbol, both are same. These are not regular. Right? So let me write, this is not regular, heading. And why this is not regular? Because not forming AP, and this is also not DCFL, and these are also not CFL. The reason is one point: stack is not useful to understand the sequence that we have in this language. Everybody? Yes, Abhishek. कितने लोग को बताओ यार? यार, it's true, right? अगर इस प्लेटफॉर्म में आया तो लेना है तो ले लो. Yes. So remember this point. Stack is not useful or useless to understand the languages over one symbol. Yeah. Those people want to learn from the best. Definitely you need to do something, right? अगर मैं अच्छा नहीं पढ़ाया तो यार मुझे मेरा पीछे तो नहीं पढ़ोगे ना यार. When I am trying to help you to understand the concepts, then only you follow me, right? अगर मुझे पढ़ाना नहीं आता तो यार यहाँ पर नहीं, पूरा दुनिया में कहीं पर जाओ मुझे छोड़ के जाओगे ना, राइट? अगर आपको बेस्ट मिलना है तो बेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म में आना ही पड़ेगा ना. अगर बेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म में आना पड़ेगा तो मैं भी चूज करना पड़ेगा यार. बेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म क्या है? एवरीबॉडी, या यू नो, राइट? आई हैव वर्कड इन GradeUp before even 2017, and I came back here because I understood what is there in industry. Yeah. What is GP? No GP यार. बोरो, there is no GP here. अगर GP आया तो नहीं समझ में आता states को. We don't understand with the states. All right. Come to the point. Next one. Now we understood some of the non-regulars. Now you need to understand some of the regulars too. Look at this time. A power n, B power n. This was non-regular. This is non-regular. Everybody agree? But I'm going to make a regular by putting some conditions. When I'm not writing anything, it is n greater than or equal 0 language. And A power n, B power n, where even I can write A power prime, where n is less than or equal to 100 and comma prime is less than 20 over. Now tell me this language. Let me make this a 1 and 2. Tell me the language 2. Is it regular or non-regular? Quick. This is what I need in the revision, which is possible to predict. Come on, jaldi. कोशिश कर रहा हूं कंप्लीट करने के लिए, नहीं हो रहा है. Yes, very good point. The language is finite. Never look at the dependency. Here every dependency coming till the finite. Forming AP even does not form AP, it's true, but the sequence is finite. The whole language is finite. Good point. If it is a finite, it is regular. Okay, all right. So let's move to the concept. Understood this one? I hope I have revised the concept which is required. Yeah. Okay. Now, some of the non-regular languages, let me write, which are very important, try to remember. a power n b power n and उसकी complement and wx w where x comma w belongs to a comma b whole plus and x कहीं पर भी रख दो, आंसर तो सेम आना चाहिए, right? These are the few important languages where you need to remember, and apart from this, okay, I'm not putting just bracket, it's okay, you can remember them. Whole plus, whole star, you know it, I don't need to revise that. And one thing I have not written, that is x, I am not keeping in between w and w power r. You know what will happen, right? If I keep x in between w and w power r, it's gonna be regular. Do you agree that? Right, all these are famous non-regulars. Just keep it in the mind if it is coming. And here one thing you keep note wx w power r, when wx belongs to whole plus is regular, but remaining are not regular. वही अलग दिखता है सबसे because of the concept, but जो याद रख के जाता है ना, nobody will help you, right? These are the languages you might be studied in your TOC. So let me revise them. Now let me move to the closure properties, right? CFL, DCFLs, I'm going to cover them again. At that time, you need to answer them regular or non-regular again. All these are non-regular except this note. Fine, let me go to the is that notes? Okay. Okay, regular grammar I will cover with the context-free grammar, don't worry about it. Pumping lemma. Pumping lemma, I'll give you one concept, but you know, for the exam point of view, just one concept. If you have any language, let's say this is starting with AB. Look at, you can apply pumping lemma for all regular languages which are infinite. I can apply pumping lemma, I can prove that it is regular. But one question which is there in the previous year GATE question based on that, how to understand what is a pumping constant? Everybody, what is a pumping constant? Everybody, I will provide the PDF only when you have attended live session, then definitely I will provide, no doubt about it. Okay, it will be available to everyone, don't worry यार, मैं हमेशा प्रोवाइड तो करूंगा जब चाहिए ना, रिवीजन टाइम में ये सारे तो चाहिए, है ना? Alright, starting with AB, what is pumping constant? A pumping constant, no need to be one constant, guys. You can choose any constant in the world, but that should satisfy minimum criteria. So tell me, how many states in minimum DFA? How many states in minimum DFA? 2 length AB, 2 length. Shukrut. It is a proof to prove a language is regular. Shukrut. Alright. Minimum string is AB, but also it can prove non-regulars by using contradiction. Remember that. So you require 4 states in minimum DFA. Why do you need this restriction? Of course 3 also you can assume by deleting dead, but we will follow minimum DFA. And these 4 states, what is the relation with a pumping constant? Because if you take any string with more than 4 length, I can give a proof that can prove this language is regular. Remember that what I am trying to say. 4 states in minimum DFA, so I can take any length, any string, let's say W, any string which is greater than or equal 4, I can take any W which is greater than or equal 4, and I can write a proof on my own proof to prove this language is regular. And of course, I can't help you to give complete proof now. So they might ask, what is the pumping constant? For that, just answer, pumping constant should be chosen greater than or equal to 4. So choose that greater than or equal to 4. And that is what I am trying to relate. If you know the minimum number of states in DFA, you can choose the pumping constant which is greater than or equal to 4, because that can guarantee there will be pump somewhere to prove this language is regular. And why you have this proof? Because all infinite languages, there is somewhere cycle exists in the DFA other than the dead state. Remember that, other than the dead state. So the pumping constant is going to help you. There is some portion of the string need to be pumped to prove this language is regular. Look at this, a plus b whole star, and that portion somehow is looping, and you need to identify that kind of pump. Anyhow, that's fine. So this is one of the important question which was asked in the previous year GATE. And what could be the pumping constant? They may ask, what is not pumping constant? 3 cannot be, 2 cannot be, 1 cannot be, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all are right answers. So there could be multiple options also possible here. If there is option A 5 and option B 7, option C 3, option D 1, then A and B you have to choose, because pumping constant can be 5 or 7 because both are greater than or equal to 4. So you can choose these two can be pumping constant. Okay, got a point? Okay, let's move, and that is only one I can tell you. Pumping lemma, there are 2 points I can talk about. Used to prove regulars directly, which are infinite languages. Of course, finite languages you cannot use this proof. Note it. Just we say, okay, everybody in the world knows finite language is regular. Only infinite languages we use this proof. And second one, also used, I will write this side, also used to prove non-regulars using contradiction, not directly. Okay, there is a small difference in both lines. Directly we use to prove regular languages if it is language is regular. If the language is non-regular, we use contradiction. So there is small difference. The word contradiction is there or not. Without contradiction directly you can use, with contradiction for non-regulars. Okay, now let's move to the favorite topic, that is closure properties. Remembered closure properties, guys? Come on, come on. Have you remembered closure properties? What are the shortcuts? You know all about it. And as this is the last session for the revision, let me help you. Closed, so many, I can't remember, but not closed. You can easily remember which are not closed, and they are subset, infinite, union, intersection, difference, concatenation, are infinite followed by anything. You know that. Subset, substitution. This is what a shortcut we have used to remember closure properties of regular languages. And proper subset also comes under not closed, but this is a very easy shortcut. Not closed is very easy to remember than closed, because if you want to talk about closed, so many things you have to remember: union, intersection, and dot and complement, difference, and what else you have? Even I didn't remember all of them. Clinic closure, positive closure, and prefix, suffix. कितना है? याद है सारे वर्ड्स? सबस्ट्रिंग, सब्स्टिट्यूशन, होमोमॉर्फिज्म, इनवर्स होमोमॉर्फिज्म, कोएफिशिएंट, कितना है? और बहुत है, राइट? इतना सारे याद रखना भी मुश्किल है एट द एंड ऑफ द just before the exam. And just remember 2 words, subset and infinite word, that can help you to remember all the closure properties. Okay, but here I told you, yes, I told you one thing, which is you need to remember definition of each of them. At the end of the session, I'm going to help you what are actually going to happen, because I'm going to take a session on day after tomorrow, expected questions of every subject. 10 questions will be selected from every subject, and mostly we guaranteed among them 6 to 7 concepts definitely comes in the exam. So we are going to pick the questions which are predictable, which are going to happen in the exam. Just prediction it is. All right. Yeah, BR lecture. You know, as long as you have will, you can left anybody in the world and you can work for other, right? So it's just my heart says that I have to work on GradeUp, so I joined it. Nobody can stop me, right? If I want to work on GradeUp, right? I had always welcome on GradeUp from the beginning, so I have chosen after so many years from 2017 to now. They have asked me many times to come back and join, but right now I felt completely agreed. I know on this online platform, the GradeUp is going to be the best platform, so I joined it. That is what I have taken the decision, guys. A Telegram link, yes. I think it is not pinned it. Okay, we'll ensure that next time it will be pinned to the chart, so you can join. Fine. So I'll be coming to this important points at the end of this today's session. And in this closure properties, remember, what is it? Okay, union, intersection, and complement. What you need to remember is union. Everybody knows closed, but they do not ask just closed. They ask opposite of that closed. What is it? You know, I'll just make the one statement. Let me help you. Union. Look at that. Union. L1 is regular and L2 is regular, and there is another statement, L1 union L2 is regular. Okay, find out which direction it holds, this direction or this direction. Which direction? Okay guys, quick. One and a four. Come on guys, this is the previous year GATE question. Come on, 1 minute guys, I'm waiting for your answer. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining this session. And as I promised that I will never let you down for the GATE exam. Just believe me, after the GATE exam also I am going to get you guidance for this. Thank you so much for joining this session. Yeah, top to bottom, very good answer. And this is not going to hold. Everybody? Very good, very good. Top to bottom, top to bottom. This is what you require to understand. This statement is, if L1 and L2 are regular, then L1 union L2 is regular. This is true. But another statement, if L1 union L2 is regular, no guarantee that L1 and L2 are regulars. This is false. Everybody, this is what the previous year GATE model question, and this is exactly the question. If L1 union L2 is regular, can you say that L1 is regular or not? Right? L1 need not be regular, L2 also need not be regular. Even both can be non-regular, but that union can be regular. It is possible. It is possible. Everybody. So this is one of the important question for the exam. It was the previous year question, but in future prediction is, come on guys, intersection. This is the next predicted question in the GATE. Intersection. Now you can predict, because the already model GATE question, now you need to predict this. L1 and L2 are regulars. Now, can you talk about which direction is going to hold? This direction or this direction? Which direction is going to be your answer? Come on now. Closure property says from top to bottom, but bottom to up is not a closure property. You need to understand beyond the closure properties. Come on. Come on, guys. Please like this session and also please share with your friends, and many more important concepts are going to come. I'm not just giving the basics, but revision is very important. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Same. Is that same? Top to down only? Yeah, top to bottom. Correct. Everybody? Yes, downwards only. Good point. Both wrong. Who is that? Revati? No. Arey yaar, no. Both you cannot guarantee. Even L1, L2 can be non-regular. Their intersection can be regular. Only top to bottom. This is you can use closure property, or this is you can use closure property. And this is not going to hold. I can give an example. What? L1 intersection L2. Look at that. A power n, B power n. Intersection. And B power k, A power k. Which is equal to just epsilon. Let's say epsilon. Epsilon is the common. That doesn't mean that this is regular, this is regular. Even two non-regulars can give the result is regular when you do intersection. Agree, everybody? Look at now, top to bottom. Intersection is regular doesn't mean that L1, L2 are regular. That is the best example. That never comes by the closure property. You need to understand beyond it. Clear? Yeah. So some people, they have a problem in interpreting examples. You need to have good examples to interpret such concepts. Clear this point? Even pi intersection, good point. You can choose pi. Why do you want to choose that? Pi intersection A power n, B power n is enough. Pi. So many examples why this is not going to hold. All right. Good point. I want such examples, guys, from you to remember easy ones. Okay. And another important question. L is regular. L complement is regular. Tell me which direction is going to hold. This direction or this direction? Which direction? Come on. Now this time I can understand what you have understood from the previous two. Great. Ramsai, you have very good examples. That's great. Come on. Right. आप TOC टेक्स्ट बुक भी सामने रख के आप रिवाइज कर सकते हैं, because you are revising the important concepts along with whole TOC. This is good news. Both. Who is that? Down to top. Pratik. Bidirectional. Both. Good point. Now, both sides. Because unary operation. अगर वो रेगुलर है, इसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट बाय इंटरचेंजिंग फाइनल नॉन फाइनल्स इन डीएफए. अगर ये रेगुलर है, उसके लिए भी डीएफए होंगे. उसको इंटरचेंज करके फाइनल नॉन फाइनल वो भी बना सकते डीएफए. सेम डीएफए इज गोइंग टू बी देयर फॉर बोथ. ऐसा नो, सेम डीएफए अलग नहीं है. अगर ऐसे क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में, दिस वन हैज 100 स्टेट्स इन मिनिमम डीएफए, उसके लिए क्या होंगे? उसके लिए भी 100 स्टेट्स ही होंगे. सिर्फ इतना ही चेंज, द नंबर ऑफ फाइनल स्टेट नॉन फाइनल स्टेट्स आर डिफरेंट, बट टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स आर सेम. एवरीबॉडी, this is another concept you need to understand about, and this point also gives you one more point, one more extra point, that is L is non-regular. L complement is non-regular. This is another point. It is also be bidirectional. If A power n, B power n is non-regular, उसका complement भी non-regular ही होंगे. Everybody, this is another concept which will help you in the exam. Okay, now let's move to the another concept. I know so many concepts are there, but I'm doing quick revision on many concepts, and also I'm going to make a practice on day after tomorrow in every subject, not just as I promised that 9 a.m. day after tomorrow, mark it, 9 a.m. day after tomorrow we have 50 predictable concepts along with the question, so that 50 concepts you will revise, and mostly I can guarantee 50 marks could be possible in the coming GATE exam. So mark 9 a.m. day after tomorrow and 6 p.m. tomorrow compiler design, and tomorrow 3-hour session, day after tomorrow 6-hour session. But day after tomorrow is to have a good confidence just before the exam. I'm not going to give a revision like this. I'm going to take a concept example that I will make you ready for the exam. Yeah, Pratik. Just if you want to know what is a regular language, you need to study 20 to 30 hours. And those people who don't know what is regular, you should be good at regular expression, you should be good at DFA designing, you should be good at writing regular grammar. Out of these three, if you are perfect in any one of them, you will understand what is a regular language. Regular language will have regular expression and also will have a DFA to accept, will also have a grammar to represent. आपको ये तीनों नहीं आता, रेगुलर लैंग्वेज समझने आएगा. चलो, गुड पॉइंट, गुड क्वेश्चन. आते पूछते रहो. Okay guys, let's move on to understood how to remember them. They're all closed, but which side? They're all closed, but which side? If क्या होता? If L1 and L2, one side only we are talking about, other side may or may not, you need to look at. ये हमेशा रेगुलर है. Same point, if L1 and L2 are regulars, but other side is very dangerous, that closure property is not going to talk about. Okay, let's move quickly. Here also we are talking about if L is regular, then L complement is regular. But this one bidirectional, this side also holds, but here this side is not going to hold, and here this side not going to hold. That is not a closure property. We are talking one direction only. Okay, let's move. Okay, closure properties and finite with output I just explained in the beginning. I hope that is enough for understanding difference between Moore and Milli motion. If you want, just practice 1 or 2 examples so that you will get an idea of finite with output. Okay, let me start the one of the important topic in TOC, which was context-free grammar and PDA, as well as context-free languages. So this languages, motions and grammars, and one of the hard topic for our TOC. Yeah, Nishu Kumar, everybody. So let me practice you context-free grammar. Have you remembered my methods? Guys? Come on quickly. How easily we practice context-free grammars in old days, and today I'm going to give you one quick revision. Yeah. Okay, Kiran. Context-free grammar. Okay, just I will write some things. Now this is a different strategy. So far I didn't do that. Okay, the first stage, I'm just helping you. Have you remembered the grammars from them? To generate these languages, have you remembered the grammar? If you have remembered the grammar, infinite grammars are there. Alright, infinite grammars are there for every language. At least can you write one grammar so that will test your knowledge. A star, do you have one grammar with you? One grammar guys, one grammar. बस एक ही ग्रामर चाहिए मुझे. Come on. A star. बस अभी टाइम ज्यादा नहीं है ना, 10 घंटे भी रिवीजन करा सकता हूं मैं, बट टाइम तो 3 घंटे दिया, 3 घंटे की कराना पड़ेगा. एंड बट every important concept should be there. A star. Grammars, I want all the grammars that you know. Yes, good point. That is what I need. That is what I need. That is what I need. For this, what is the grammar? You know, infinite, among infinite, just one or two. Come on, come on. S derives AS or epsilon. R, बहुत सारे. This is a one grammar. R. S derives SA or epsilon. R. और कितना है दुनिया में? बहुत सारे, बहुत सारे. ये दोनों रेगुलर ग्रामर है, ये नॉन रेगुलर ग्रामर है, बट वो भी ए स्टार ही जनरेट करेगा, नहीं करेगा चेक करो, बट एम्बिगुअस है. राइट, हाउ मेनी ग्रामर्स आर देयर इन द वर्ल्ड? हाउ मेनी ग्रामर्स आर देयर इन द वर्ल्ड? एवरीबॉडी कम ऑन, इसको भी ध्यान देना, ये भी ए स्टार है. इन द एग्जाम दे माइट आस्क यू दिस ग्रामर, डोंट कंफ्यूज इट, नॉट ए स्टार, इट इज ए स्टार, इट इज ए स्टार गाइस, है ना. बट सिर्फ ये दोनों अनएम्बिगुअस है. आई एम राइटिंग हियर अनएम्बिगुअस. और ये मत पूछना सर अनएम्बिगुअस क्या है, रिवीजन तो करा दूंगा, वो भी चाहिए तो. ये भी अनएम्बिगुअस बट ए एम्बिगुअस. सारे तीनों सीएफजी है, सारे तीनों सीएफजी है. ऑलराइट, नेक्स्ट ए प्लस बी होल स्टार. डिड यू रिमेंबर? एस डिराइव्स AS, BS or epsilon. Remember this? Come on, quick. जल्दी guys. हम PDF में भी जाएंगे और आइडेंटिफाइंग CFL डिसेबल और अनडिसेबिलिटी सब जाएंगे आज, बट थोड़ा पेशेंस. इजी और डिफिकल्ट. और ये तो राइट रिकर्शन, लेफ्ट रिकर्शन वाले भी है ना. In case if they asked in the exam, just replace them and answer it. कोई भी ग्रामर है यही तो यूज करना पड़ेगा. ए बी होल स्टार, बस ए बी को घुमाना, आइदर लेफ्ट और राइट रिकर्शन. ये तो राइट रिकर्शन लिख लिया, आप लेफ्ट रिकर्शन लिखो, बट ए पावर एन बी पावर एन है ना, इसके लिए भी इन्फिनिट ग्रामर्स है, इसके लिए भी इन्फिनिट ग्रामर्स है. ए पावर एन बी पावर एन. कुछ नया स्लाइड ले लेते इसके लिए. Fourth example. बताओ guys, what are the grammars? Can you write regular grammar? There is no regular grammar for this. यही तो बोलता रेगुलर लैंग्वेज कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना. अगर कोई रेगुलर ग्रामर ही नहीं है तो दिस कैनॉट बी रेगुलर लैंग्वेज. नो रेगुलर ग्रामर, ये तो पक्का है. बट देयर इज अ CFG. S derives ASB. Yes, क्या करेगा? What it does? This S is going to repeat one year this side, one be this side, one year this side, one be this side. तो यहाँ पर 100 S आएगा तो यहाँ भी 100 S आएंगे ना. तो S बीच में बैठ के दोनों को इक्वल करा देगा. तो A power n, B power n. But there are many other grammars too. ये तो easy वाली है. There are so many other grammars too. Everybody? Yes. Can you write one grammar which is not this one? That, you know, I can break this part. I can assume something. Where is it? Fine. S derives A. I can put this as the capital A. And ये तो as it is रखूंगा मैं. Capital A just replace with SB. I am just confusing it. But वो तो है. Right? There is a possibility in the exam. You know it, but they will make a more difficult representation. You know, by seeing it, you may not understand the concept. But if you little bit interpret it, you will get the same. And वो भी कर सकते हैं आप. You can also write AS को कैपिटल ए बना लेना. ओके, ये दूसरा प्रॉब्लम है, बट लैंग्वेज तो सेम है. दूसरा ग्रामर है, बट लैंग्वेज तो सेम है. And in the exam, instead of asking this point, there is a chance to ask this kind of grammars. आपको ये करना है substitution technique. पता है ना substitution? Just आपको reverse जाना. ये जगह में S भी substitute कर लो, ये दिख जाएगा. Same, है ना? कोई भी difficult है, easy बना सकते when you are following a systematic method. अगर आप TOC randomly पढ़ लिया ना, yeah. Everybody? Come on. What is wrong? Who is wrong? Aish Kumar. What is wrong? Come on yaar. Chalo. Thank you everyone joining this session, and please like the session if you have not done it. It's just like a presence, and that is respect for educator who is working for you. Yes. Who is both second and third wrong? Aish Kumar Mal. Okay. All are context free grammars, and everybody clear this point? Is there any confusion in this? Any confusion? अरे यार ये CFL ये DCFL है यार, इनको बताना पड़ेगा. CSL क्या है यार? DCFL होंगे तो CFL होंगे, CFL होंगे तो CSL होंगे. क्या बेसिक नहीं पढ़ता क्या? चलो यहाँ के बेसिक्स पढ़ रहा है, नहीं हो पाएगा. चलो आगे चलते हैं हम. Everybody, 4 we have done. Now we will write more other examples too. Okay, let me write 5th one. चलो 5th one guys. Of course, if the grammar is given, it's very easy, but we are doing a different analysis. Now, can you answer it? The grammar, इसको करना बहुत easy होंगे. You need to make a break because these two are dependent. So what you do? Create A and B here. So S derives AB. And what A should do? B should do? A should do A power n, B power n, that is A, B or epsilon, and B should do different, that is C, B, D. I hope you remember this concept. Anna? I hope you remember this concept. It is also DCFL. Yes, it is also DCFL. ये DCFL हम थोड़ी देर के बाद आएंगे, बहुत सारे लैंग्वेजेस है. आई एम फोकसिंग ऑन द ग्रामर को थोड़ा समझ लो, लैंग्वेज बन जाएगा. अगर लैंग्वेज को ग्रामर लिखने आ गए ना, आप कभी बोलोगे नहीं ये कॉन्सेप्ट. अगर रिवर्स करना है, इफ दे हैव गिवन दिस इन द एग्जाम, लुक एट द अनदर क्वेश्चन दैट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इन रिवर्स अप्रोच. लुक एट दिस. सपोज आई हैव आस्क्ड ए क्वेश्चन फॉर यू दैट इज, लेट मी हेल्प यू, ए डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट. एक कुछ नया ले रहा हूं यहां पर. Suppose I have given new grammar for you. What is the language generated by this? This is what the GATE pattern. अगर आपको लिखना आ गया ना, you are able to write. Why can't you understand this? Just go from bottom to up. So tell me, what is the answer for this capital A? What is the answer for capital A? You know that. What is the capital A? C power n, D power n. क्यों ये घुमाएगा ना, equally घुमाएगा ना, which are equally. But this C comes here in the middle, so there is a C extra, and n has to be greater than or equal 0. N has to be greater than or equal 0. And take this and put here. And what is the B? Come on guys, what is B? Quick, just B followed by whatever it does. And small b followed by what is the language generated by A. So I'm just writing C power n plus 1 D power n. Of course, n greater than or equal 0. Can I write n plus 1? When I look at this, I can also write C power n plus 1. Yes. Next, what I have to do now? This depends on S, this depends on B. So S is a recursion, it's going to repeat equal times, no doubt, but B has to be placed in the middle. आपको पता होगा, right? Now बस substitute कर लेना, वो तो आ जाएगा आंसर. And here, but don't use alert, that is A power n. Please don't use the same power. I'm going to use now A power k and B power k, and in between the language generated by B, that is this one, which is going to be B and C power n plus 1 and D power n where n comma k greater than or equal to 0. Yeah. Everyone, just copy paste now. Just copy paste now. Good point. And in the exam, any grammar comes, just follow bottom to up and get a language and look at what are they trying to say. Clear? And this is what I'm expecting from you. In the revision, you should have an approaches, you should have examples with you so that you can't lose anyone. Now, let's go to the, I hope that you remembered how to write the grammars, how to understand the grammar. Is that clear? How to write the grammar, how to understand the grammar. And one grammar I am not explained, that is a palindrome. Remember that? A very famous grammar. What is the difference between 6 and 7? One of the GATE question too. What is the difference between these two? Come on, quick. एक और भी है, उसको भी रख लेते. ये सिंबल ऐश लास्ट वाली. बताता हूँ वाई एन ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू जे. यार ये यार दिमाग नहीं चलता है यार इन लोग को. इसके बाद बताता हूँ, इसके बाद बताता हूँ वाई. ये एप्सिलॉन नहीं दिख रहा है इनको. चलो एक एग्जांपल लिखता हूँ इनके लिए, सिर्फ इनके लिए. अरे दिमाग चलाओ यार, ये इसमें लैंग्वेज में एप्सिलॉन है ना. अगर एप्सिलॉन है तो ए पावर एन बी पावर एन क्या सो जाओगे? एप्सिलॉन नहीं आएगा क्या इससे? डायरेक्टली एस डिराइव्स एप्सिलॉन. वो कौन देगा यार? अगर आप n ग्रेटर देन 0 लिखा तो कौन प्रोड्यूस करेगा एप्सिलॉन? एप्सिलॉन नहीं दिख रहा है डायरेक्टली, तो यहाँ ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू लगाना पड़ेगा ना सीधा. तो ये मिनिमम स्ट्रिंग नहीं आता तो ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल कब समझ में आता है यार? ओके, एग्जाम में यही तो कंफ्यूजन है ना. चलो चलो आंसर इट क्विकली. व्हाट इज द स्पेशलिटी? ये दोनों DCFL नहीं है, दोनों कॉन्टेक्स्ट फ्री लैंग्वेज. ये वाली है ना वो DCFL है. एवरीबॉडी, सारे तो CFL है बिकॉज यू हैव अ CFG. ऑल आर कॉन्टेक्स्ट फ्री लैंग्वेजेस, all are context free languages, but this is a DCFL, but these two are not DCFLs. But कब समझ में आता है ये DCFL है DCFL नहीं है? Only when you are good at construction of PDA and DPDA. Guys, today I don't help you construction, but I will help you in the revision, whoever understood that. Okay, this is set of all even length. What is the name? Set of all even length. Remembered, very famous grammar. कैसे समझना है इसको? पहले एप्सिलॉन आएगा, मत बोलना एप्सिलॉन नहीं आएगा, सीधा तो एप्सिलॉन दिख रहा है. एप्सिलॉन देन डबल ए, बीच में एप्सिलॉन सब्स्टिट्यूट कर लो, देन डबल बी, जो भी इवन लेंथ पैलिंड्रोम है यहां आएगी. एवरीबॉडी यस. बट इसके लिए डीपीडी है क्या? नो डीपीडी. इसको बोलते हैं हम CFL बट नॉट DCFL. इसका आपको लैंग्वेज रिप्रेजेंट करना, L इज इक्वल W पावर R where W belongs to A comma B whole star. This is the representation. ये बहुत फेमस लैंग्वेज एग्जाम के लिए. Everybody, they might give language or they might give grammar or they might give English line and you don't know how do they ask basically. And second one, odd length palindromes. This is also palindromes, but these are set of all odd length palindromes. Just palindrome is not a proper word. Say that set of all odd length palindromes over A comma B. Over A comma B. Yes, today's session goes till 9 or 9:30, depends on how we complete these topics. Yeah, ASA, BSB, ASH, and this one. Okay, let me complete this. This is a CFL but not DCFL. And this one, W ASH, W power R. Of course, W belongs to A comma B whole star. I'm not writing. This is the DCFL. This is a DCFL. Now let's focus on PDA versus DPDA. Understood the grammar, right? My focus on grammar. Grammar is over now. Now let's go to the push-down automata. And if any question comes from the machine, 99% is the theoretical point. And there is a chance to ask a PDA and understand the language. I have seen 3 questions overall so far in the GATE. 3 questions. And out of 30 years, 3 questions were there in this PDA. But it's not so important. But once in a while they are asking, so I want you to understand. In PDA, we have 2 types. One DPDA. यार ये तो PDA but एक है वो PDA ही है. That is also called as NDPDA, also called as NPDA, non-deterministic PDA. But this DPDA can be designed acceptance by final state or acceptance by both final state and empty stack. But you cannot use only empty stack. You can use only for specific languages, not all of them. Only some of the DCFLs. Okay, this PDA can be used in all using, I'm just writing by final state, by empty stack, और क्या एक और both, फाइनल स्टेट एंड एम्प्टी स्टैक. अब बताओ ये तीनों इक्वलेंट है, सबको पता है ये दोनों इक्वलेंट है, but DPDA by empty stack is not equivalent to these 2 machines because DPDA by empty stack cannot be used for all DCFLs. But I have a question. It is possible to ask some of the difficult questions where I'm going to help you some. If you use DPDA by empty stack, and note this somewhere, note, बहुत कम लोग को समझ में आता, but फिर भी DPDA by empty stack, it can accept all languages. It can accept a language, of course CFL, DCFL, it can accept a language that is a CFL only, that is a DCFL only, but not everyone, that satisfies prefix property. होता है ना प्रीफिक्स प्रॉपर्टी, मतलब अगर लैंग्वेज में इन्फिनिट स्ट्रिंग्स है, देयर आर सो मेनी स्ट्रिंग्स, उसमें कोई भी स्ट्रिंग ले लो, इट शुड नॉट बी प्रीफिक्स ऑफ एनी अदर स्ट्रिंग, उसको बोलते हैं दैट लैंग्वेज सैटिस्फाइज प्रीफिक्स प्रॉपर्टी. यस, प्रीफिक्स प्रॉपर्टी अगर है, लैंग्वेज सैटिस्फाइंग प्रीफिक्स प्रॉपर्टी, वो लैंग्वेज के लिए DPDA बाय एम्प्टी स्टैक होंगे, बट दैट लैंग्वेज हैज टू बी DCFL, है ना, दैट लैंग्वेज हैज टू बी DCFL, रिमेंबर. बट एवरी DCFL के लिए ये नहीं होगा. Those DCFLs who satisfy prefix property, लिख लेते क्या है prefix property, कि बहुत कम लोग को पता है ना prefix property क्या है, वो भी पढ़ लेते. prefix operation नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूं, prefix property. What we say, L satisfy or satisfies the prefix property. Which languages satisfies prefix property? Example, L is equal to A power n, B power n, where n greater than or equal to 1. जीरो मत लिखना कि एप्सिलॉन आएगा बीच में. AB, next double B, next triple B. Take any string. आप कोई भी ले लो, every string ले लो. Is there any string that is the prefix of other one? Take AB. AB never be prefix to anybody else. Take double B is not a prefix to anybody. Triple B is not a prefix to anyone. Everyone. So this is called as L satisfies prefix because no string of L is prefix to any string, any other. You take any string in this L that is not a prefix to any other string. Is that clear? That means every string is going to satisfy, like, you know, if you studied algorithms, Huffman coding is the same definition. Prefix free code, we call prefix free code. That means every string is not a prefix to anybody in this L, right? Next one, L doesn't satisfy prefix property. Example, put greater than or equal 0 here, put greater than or equal 0, epsilon comes, epsilon prefix to everybody, it fails. And I'm just taking another example where L is equal to A star. This is not satisfies prefix property. This L is not satisfies prefix property. So for this L, you cannot design. There is no DPDA by empty stack. Of course, we have a DPDA, but we don't have using empty stack. It is regular, it is DCFL, but we don't have empty stack. That is the reason DPDA by empty stack is not having equivalent power to DPDA. Actually, DPDA is two types only, final state or both. You should use. Only empty stack you can't use. And behind this there is good reason is there. Right now I'm not explaining. Yes, everybody, here not just epsilon, here you can have what? A also there. See, this A is there. A is also prefix of double J. Even you have A plus, not only A star, take A plus, that is also not satisfies prefix property. Everybody agree? Come on, everybody agree? Even I write here A plus. Look at here, A plus, that is also not satisfies because A is there, and double A is also prefix to triple A. Right? There are so many strings which are prefixed to somebody else. Clear this point? That is the reason there is no DPDA for this. There is no even A star, A plus, right? Okay, now let's move to, so I hope you understood the difference between these two, and keep this in mind. The languages accepted by final state in PDA, empty stack in PDA, and by both in PDA, all are equivalent power. They accept CFL, they represent CFL. But here empty stack, it represents DCFL, but not all DCFLs. It represents only some of the DCFLs. Some of the DCFLs who satisfies prefix property, Okay, now let's go to the DPDA versus PDA. You understood the point, right? So DPDA, the main difference is delta. In DPDA, what is the definition of a delta, or what is the definition of DPDA? Q cross sigma cross gamma is Q cross gamma star. This is the definition. That means from each state, for every input symbol, for every top of the stack, you have exactly one state which is the next state, and exactly one operation you are going to do. That. Is it clear? From this combination you are going to do this combination. If this is a domain, that is a codomain. Is it clear? If this is the input, that is the output, similar to that. Is it clear? But here this is a non-deterministic by default. So here Q cross sigma, even you can include epsilon, and gamma, you have choices for the gamma. Even that, including epsilon or including whole star is your choice. You can keep a star or you can keep epsilon, but 2 power Q cross gamma star. Of course, epsilon or not, it's not required. You can delete that if you want. Clear? And this is an important definition for both of them. These are the important definitions. Here, what is important note? So many times GATE question. Every DPDA is a PDA, but PDA need not be DPDA. ऐसे ही आएगा एग्जाम में. Only these statements may come. And you know, DPDA is less powerful than PDA because PDA can represent a CFL, but DPDA represent only DCFL. So DCFL is a CFL, but CFL need not be DCFL, right? DPDA represents DCFLs, PDA represents CFLs. Yeah, so all these are very interesting. Okay, let's move. Now we are coming to the main portion of the second chapter, and I'm not going to help you to design the PDA DPDA. You know that is harder part, and that makes very difficult. We want to design PDA DPDA, very difficult for me as a faculty. There are hundreds of models to design DPDA and PDA too, but I'm helping you how to understand this one. DCFL but not regular, it means DPDA exists, no doubt, and no finite automata. This is your focus. I have no FA but I have a DPDA, then we say that is DCFL but not regular. Can you give examples? Both are examples, one by one. I'll write one by one. ये तो famous one. Second one. Third one. याद है सब? When you are studying DCFLs, what else? What else? Come on guys. What else? ऐसे C है यहाँ पर. Come on. यहाँ पर D है suppose. यहाँ पर A power K, B power 2K. This all are DCFLs. पहले PDA DPDA समझ लो रामसाई. काउंटर प्लस वन स्टैक, काउंटर सिलेबस में नहीं यार. आप टेस्ट सीरीज में जाके काउंटर पढ़ के, काउंटर ये डिजिटल काउंटर है क्या, बट पढ़ लेना इक्वलेंस. एंड व्हेन ऑलरेडी देयर इन द सिलेबस दैट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस, राइट? काउंटर, टू स्टैक सिलेबस में नहीं है बिल्कुल, है ना? चलो और क्या? सी स्टार, गुड पॉइंट. आपको चाहिए तो एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. मुझे मेरा राइट, मुझे क्या हो रहा है, टाइम ही वेस्ट होगा बस मुझे. 7 A power n, B power n, C power k, D power k. And because of test series that you are taking from many people, of course I'm not talking about anybody, but you should limit to the syllabus. That is very important. This is also DCFL. And 8 A power m, B power n, and this is very important. Many people they assume wrong, m less than n or m greater than n is also DCFL guys. These all are DCFLs. इसको बोलते हैं m not equal n. m not equal n, इसको बोलते हैं m not equal n. And ninth one, A power n, B power n, C power k, D power k, and n comma k greater than or equal 0. This is also DCFL. And very important languages that I kept on the board, and if you can understand these languages, I hope most of the questions, except one or two questions in the exam that you may see difficult in the previous years, but these are the very important. Directly it could be possible to ask in the exam too. Okay, let me go to another one. Is that clear? Yes, it's accounting matters. How do you do that? If you are having the knowledge of DPDA, how do you do that? Those people who don't have the knowledge, definitely they face difficult. ये मैं कैसे बता रहा हूँ DCFL है, right? मेरा पास DPDA knowledge है, मतलब A's को push करूँगा और for B's I pop A's without any confusion, and A's को double A's push करूँगा और every B I pop 1A. ये बहुत clear knowledge है. And every 2 A's I push 1A and every B I pop 1A. Clear? And W को push करूँगा, W नहीं, A's and B's till ash comes. Once the ash comes, I change my mind and every symbol I pop the same symbol on the stack because that should be matching. And this one, if C comes, I should have equal A's and B's. If D comes as the first symbol, the number of B's should be twice the number of A's. तो clear logic है ये भी. अगर C D नहीं है, वहाँ दिक्कत होता. That is the next case. I will explain that. A's push, B's pop, and C's if they come skip, otherwise go to final. And this one, A's push, B's pop A, and C's push, D's pop C. Very clear. And यहाँ पर वो क्लियर तो है बट लेकिन बाहर नहीं दिखता वो। यहां पर एक लॉजिक है, इफ यू गेट डॉलर कामा जेड नॉट एंड ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग कामा जेड नॉट, आप कुछ नहीं करना, क्यों, आपको एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं करना इक्वल, बट लेस दैन इन मतलब 20 मोर मतलब थोड़े देर के बाद बी कामा जेड नॉट आएगा, तो सारे 20 को स्किप करके फाइनल में जाओगे। अगर एज ज्यादा है तो जब एंड होगा तो ए स्टॉक में रहेगा, क्यों, एज ज्यादा है ना, तो ये अलग कंडीशन है और अलग कॉम्बिनेशंस भी है, तो इसलिए डिटरमिनिस्टिक अलग कॉम्बिनेशंस। एम लेस देन मतलब पहले बी कामा जेड नॉट आएगा थोड़ी देर के बाद यहां पर, और एम ग्रेटर देन मतलब एंड ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग आपको ए दिख जाएगा, इसलिए इन डिटरमिनिस्टिक कॉम्बिनेशंस, डिटरमिनिस्टिक, यू आर नॉट लुकिंग एट द सेम कॉम्बिनेशंस। फाइन, ये तो पता होगा, एस पुश, सीस पुश एंड डी पॉप सीस एंड बी पॉप ए, if everything is over then stack should left with only z naught. Yeah, complement of everybody is a DCFL complement is DCFL, इसका सारे complement भी DCFL, पूछना नहीं who is that, yes Bharatendu, complement of every language is DCFL back, but इसकी complement लिख देता हूं क्या है 10, what is a power n b power n complement, इसका मतलब है a प्लस बी होल स्टार माइनस ए पावर एन बी पावर एन, यही तो है, बट इसका मतलब है a प्लस बी होल स्टार, ए पूरा है ना, ये दुनिया में a पावर एन बी पावर एन को हटाना है, मतलब क्या आएगा a पावर m b पावर n सच दैट m नॉट इक्वल n तो आएगा। इसके अलावा जो b a है इस सीक्वेंस से बाहर आएगी, a पावर n b पावर n ये आएगी, this is also DCFL. So remember that complement of every DCFL is DCFL. Complement of every DCFL is DCFL guys. अरे 8 मेरे से होगा अभी, जिसको DPDA नहीं आता मैं क्या करूं यार, इनको 8 चाहिए, मैं क्या करूं यार, पढ़ा रहा है क्या मैं सब्जेक्ट नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूं, ये कौन है वो, yes Kashid, yes that is the reason I am taking these sessions on GradeUp, all right, and इसलिए रेगुलर लैंग्वेज बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आता है लोग को, क्यों, बहुत इजी लगता है ना, स्टैक नहीं है वहां पर, डेटा स्ट्रक्चर नहीं है, सिर्फ स्टेट से काम कर रहा है। जब डेटा स्ट्रक्चर होता तो बहुत कम लोग बचेगा यहाँ पर, मतलब मैं भी यार बीटेक में मुझे आता नहीं यार, मैं तो सीधा अग्री कर रहा हूँ, मुझे कोई एक्सप्लेन नहीं किया, इसको ऐसे समझना, मतलब मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूँ, अभी रिवीजन करा रहा हूँ, that is the reason I am very doubtful how many people attended, but thank you so much who are attending this session. I believe that you know the basics. For this revision you should know the basics, because I'm just helping you how to revise the problems, how to revise this subject, but I'm not helping you how to understand, or I'm teaching it, I'm explaining it, but still I'm not showing it why this is DCFL, है ना। तो इसके लिए मैं कॉम्बिनेशन दिया, बस मैं क्या करना हूं, एस को पुश करो, 20 को पॉप दे एस, जब बी का जेड नॉट आया समझ में आया यार 20 ज्यादा हो गया, बट डॉलर का मैं ये आया तो मतलब आपको समझ में आया स्टैक के ऊपर ये बचे, तो ये स्टैक की समझना मुश्किल होता, दोज पीपल who do not know about this concept, right? I don't recommend this class if you don't know the basics of DPDA. Yes. All right, ask the people how did they learn from me. Yes, those people who are not able to understand what is DCFL, that means you didn't understand what is DPDA first. All right, chalo. Next guys, CFL but not DCFL, right? ये खतरनाक एग्जाम्पल्स है, राइट? इसका कोई लॉजिक ही नहीं है डायरेक्टली। लॉजिक इज दैट यू शुड बी गुड एट डिजाइनिंग द प्रॉब्लम, यू शुड बी गुड एट डिजाइनिंग डीपीडी एंड पीडीए। जब तक आप समझने आया तब तक ये प्रॉब्लम लैंग्वेज CFL और नॉट यू कांट अंडरस्टैंड। चलो अब चलते CFL बट नॉट DCFL। इसका मतलब क्या? PDA एग्जिस्ट, इसका मतलब यार इसमें PDA नहीं क्या होंगे ना, पक्का DPDA होगा तो इसका भी PDA होंगे, ये याद रख लेना। Just not DPDA, you can design infinite PDAs which are not DPDAs also, remember that. Yes, Sushant Singh यार this is my first class on GradeUp, and many people do not know that I have joined on GradeUp. And thank you so much for coming here and asking the doubts, and please continue that. If you are preparing for 2022, we are going to have very beautiful sessions on GradeUp, and it's not, it's going to be double than offline classes, because your effort is visible to, my effort is visible to everyone. And in offline, when I was teaching, only very few people were knowing about me, but once I came to online, the most of the people are following me. That I'm very thankful that you are following me, and this is the first time I'm taking the session on a digital board. And thank you so much for joining this session. I'll continue the same things for a long time. Just follow me. Yes, just start the next one. And today we have even Turing machine too after this. Okay, PDA exists, but DPDA not exist. DPDA not exist. बट आपको पता है डिसाइडेबल अनडिसाइडेबल मैं शॉर्टकट से दूंगा, क्यों नहीं पढ़ा दूंगा। मैं पढ़ाने के लिए आपको पता है कितना मेहनत लेना पड़ेगा, या तो एक्सप्लेन ही कर रहा हूं, वहां एक्सप्लेन नहीं करूंगा। डीपीडीए नॉट एग्जिस्ट। क्या क्या लैंग्वेजेस है गाइस, फटाफट। 1, ये फेमस वन WW∺R, और इसको देख के ही लगता है यार ये क्या प्रॉब्लम है। ग्रामर तो बहुत इजी है, द ग्रामर इज वेरी इजी, बट मशीन इज डिजाइनिंग इज आल्सो इजी, बट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज डिफिकल्ट गाइस। ऑलराइट, सेकंड वन, A∺M, B∺N, C∺K, where M is equal to N or M is equal to K. Of course M N से भी ले सकते हैं आप, you can also compare with N. N is equal to M or N is equal to K. Of course I am writing only equal, you can write less than, greater than, not equal, बहुत सारे। equal लिखना जरूरत नहीं, less than भी लिखो, other one greater than भी लिखो, चलेगा, because that makes non-determinism, yes। फोर्थ, जो पहले लिखा था ना A∺N, B∺N, यूनियन, ये C लगाया और ये D लगाया, तो D को हटा देते, अब ये नॉन डिटरमिनिज्म होगा। CD नहीं है ना आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए, तो ये होता CFL बट नॉट DCFL, इसके लिए DPDA नहीं होंगे। देयर इज नो DPDA फॉर दिस लैंग्वेजेस, I say infinite languages are there in the world, infinite languages, and I'm just writing few languages which are important for GATE. W∺Rx, where W comma X belongs to whole plus guys, it is already non-regular, it is not DCFL but it is a CFL, and X को आगे भी रख दो बट बीच में मत रखना, कि बीच में रखें तो रेगुलर हो जाएगा। These all are not DCFLs but they are CFLs. Yes, for all of them PDA exists, but there is no DPDA, right? Those people who do not know about these languages, at least remember them so that it will help you if these questions comes directly. But only one point that you need to remember, I have written equal here. You can write less than, greater than, not equal, जो भी है। यहाँ भी M = K, उसको भी कुछ भी कर सकते हैं आप, right? Yeah, this is what my request, everyone. Don't assume equal. It is less than or greater than, anything you write, the answer is CFL but not DCFL. But this is M = N, that is M = K. Alright. Can you remember this important languages which are CFL but not DCFL? Can we move to the closure properties? Then we will move to Turing machine as quickly as possible, guys. Okay, come on. Okay, chalo, that is also left. Not CFL. Oh, that means no PDA exists. It means no DPDA. It means no finite automata. Obviously that is true. When you are saying I don't have a PDA for this language, indirectly you don't have DPDA, you don't have finite automata, because it's not CFL. Yes, and not CFL It may be CSL or may not be CSL. We don't know. First, do you know what is CSL when you are using it? Right? Don't worry about it. It is not there in the syllabus anyhow. And not CFL. Maybe CSL, may not be. I don't care. Now, most of the languages that you are understanding, they are CSLs. That's the name is context sensitive. That means most of the things that you are able to understand, that makes it is CSL. Remember, because they requires bounded memory to solve. Definitely will understand easily. Okay. First example. A power n, B power n, C power n. But याद रख लेना, इसकी complement is a CFL. इसकी complement is a CFL. Don't forget about it. And remember, its की complement is CFL. ऐसे भी हो सकता है not CFL की complement CFL भी. Yes. This session is only for revision. This session is only for revision of TOC. And WW. ये तो CFL ही नहीं है. Third, apart from this, if you have seen any combination, this A's you need to compare with this is, and B's you want to compare with something else here after C's. Now, the relation between B and D and A and C cannot be done using one stack. That is the reason it is not a CFL. It is not a CFL. And these three are very famous languages. These three are very famous languages. And remember this point. Note, even though you don't know the reason, at least you remember them, because in the revision I am going to help you to remember many things. A power n, B power n, C power n complement is CFL only. But A power n, B power n, C power n is not a CFL. And the second one, WW, where W belongs to A comma B whole star, even iski complement B is CFL. Of course, not the DCFL. Remember that they are not DCFLs. Okay, clear this point? They have PDAs, they have context-free grammar, but they don't have DPDA. They don't have deterministic PDA, guys. Okay, now let's move to the closure properties. And I just want to remember a shortcut to remember for the exam, is because it's the last minute before the exam. Only the thing is you can remember if you don't understand. Closure properties for CFLs, you have to remember which is not closed. Tell me what is not closed. Closed to both sare, and many of you have remembered the shortcut to something like C, क्या था? Complement, intersection, difference, और क्या? Subset और quotient, और वैसे भी आपका वही है infinite. Okay, I'm just making a shortcut for you. C means a complement, I here intersection, D here difference, S here subset, and Q is here quotient. And I is infinite followed by anything that I am not writing here. That's anyhow, yeah. Remembered everything? C, I, D, S, Q. Yeah. So that is what I am talking about. Yeah. Just okay. And apart from this, if you want to remember anything, that is additionally you remember finite operations and infinite operations. Try to remember them. Finite union, which depends on union. If union is closed, finite union is closed. So that is what I am not talking about right now. So do extra homework. That is, if anything you want to remember finite and infinite operations, all the infinite operations are not closed for CFLs, but finite operations, some of them are closed, some of them are not closed. Look at intersection is not closed, so finite intersection is also not closed. Difference not closed, so finite difference is not closed. So remember these 2 points. Remaining anyhow you can understand easily. Yes, just for remembering, just for remembering. So let's go for the next one. CIDSQ. There are other things which are not closed in the finite and infinite. Okay. Now for DCFLs, closure properties for DCFLs. What do you remember? ये तो क्या है? Not closed. Here what do you remember? Closed ones. You are going to remember closed. What is the shortcut for closed? One is C, another one is P, other one is I. Of course, in the finite operations, you have some things, finite subset and infinite subset. Okay, here now, the C represent the complement. Very few operations which are closed for DCFLs, among them complement. Do you know what is the proof for the complement? To remember, complement is closed. The reason is you can design a DPDA and you can interchange final, non-final to show that complement of the language also has a DPDA. Did you remember that proof? So those people who have remembered the proof, they never forget why the complement operation is closed. And another one is prefix. इसका भी proof है, but नहीं बात कर रहा हूँ. Inverse तो यार मुझे भी difficult है. Inverse homomorphism. These are the three operations are closed for DCFLs. Remaining all, you ask me, union, intersection, difference, concatenation, a reversal, clinic closure, positive closure, subset, and all of them are not closed for DCFLs. So this is very easy to remember which are closed for DCFLs, right? So we have completed closure properties for CFLs and DCFLs, and I'll make you a revision on one slide at the end of the session. So please wait for till the end of the session. So I'm going to give a shortcut for all the languages in one slide so that you don't need to remember separately, like CIDSQ for CFLs, CPI for DCFLs. Like everybody will have a shortcut that will make at the end. Yes or no? Yes. Yes. अब से मैं GradeUp में पढ़ाऊंगा यार. चेंज नहीं कर सकता ना यार. GradeUp दूसरी प्लेटफॉर्म दोनों नहीं पढ़ा सकते ना, आपको भी पता है यार. सबस्ट्रिंग नॉट क्लोज्ड, सफिक्स नॉट क्लोज्ड, प्रतीक नॉट क्लोज्ड. इसलिए है ना, सिर्फ कॉम्प्लीमेंट प्रीफिक्स दिया यहाँ पर. सिर्फ कॉम्प्लीमेंट प्रीफिक्स इज गिवन टू यू, राइट? Among the important operations, these three are only closed. Fine. Let's move. Now give me few minutes to talk about GradeUp Super has the February Mela that you can win exciting prizes. Please subscribe now to participate in the February Mela and you will get a lot of prizes like everybody announces. Yeah.
Hello students, GradeUp is happy to announce the February Mela, जहां आपको मिलेगा मौका to win attractive prizes worth ₹50 lakhs on the purchase of GradeUp Super. आज ही GradeUp Super के साथ अपनी exam preparation शुरू करें with live interactive courses and mock tests designed by the best faculty and experts, 24/7 doubt resolution and best study material. इसके साथ ही पाएं exciting prizes जीतने का मौका. तो फिर देर किस बात की? आज ही GradeUp Super को सब्सक्राइब करें.
Okay guys, now we are moving to the one of the very dangerous topic in the world, because whole world computation understood by the Turing machine, where Turing has proved that any computation is equivalent to Turing machine. So if any computation is equivalent to Turing machine or is done by the Turing machine, whether it is equivalent or not, second matter, but is done by the Turing machine, that means Turing machine is very powerful in the world. Yes, clear this point? Yeah, pumping lemma is I say that is a very less important topic for exam, Mallesham, right? I'm going to revise each and every concept important for exam, and I'm not discussing it. Means just look at the PYQs. I don't say anything which is important or not, you will be knowing. Yes. Now let's come to the topic Turing motion. What is important? First thing is, in the last minute, don't practice the construction of the Turing motion, which takes much time. If you had practiced already, it's good. Not, then understand the theory concepts. Okay. In Turing motion, the first thing is understand the difference between TM versus HTM versus LBM. At least definition. I know that designing them is not easy, but at least definition you should understand. If somebody asks in interview what is the difference between them, you say TOC is your favorite topic and you do not know the difference between Turing motion, you have studied well, but you do not know the difference between them. At least by definition. LBA accepts context sensitive language, but LBA is also Turing motion. LBA is also Turing motion, but LBA is HTM, halting Turing motion, with bounded tape, which is linearly bounded. The tape is restricted based on the input, don't worry much about it. And HTM is a TM, but that always halts. And this Turing motion, for every valid string, it definitely halts. For all W, if it is any language accepted by that TM, for every valid string in L, the TM halts at final. Guaranteed. Every valid string TM halts. Of course, it halts at final, no doubt about it. So these are the 3 points. You remember what is TM? Every valid string TM halts. What about invalid? Don't know. It may or may not. If it is halting Turing motion, because this is also Turing motion, if it is this Turing motion is halting Turing motion, definitely halts whether it is valid or invalid. For all W belongs to L and for all W not in L, for both of them it halts. LBA no doubt halting Turing motion, but that halts by taking the bounded tape. It doesn't require in exponential, it requires just linearly bounded tape. So that is, it's going to halt by taking the bounded tape, which is linear, which is not exponential. The name itself says linearly bounded automata. So to halt whether the valid or invalid, it's going to halt, but it's going to halt by utilizing the tape, the linearly bounded. Everybody? Yeah. Don't know exactly. So these are the 3 definitions, so remember it. Then we move to the 2 definitions, recursive, and do not worry about context sensitive language. Do not worry about context sensitive languages, but some of them, most of the not CFLs we have seen so far, all are context sensitive. All are, remember. Now so far we have not seen which are not CSLs. I'll be explaining in coming topic. Recursive and RE. What is recursive language definition? Of course, one of them accepted. Recursive language is, this is accepted by HTM. Of course, TM too, but this is equivalent definition. Both side it holds, this side and this side. But it is also one side, this side accepted by TM too. But don't write other side doesn't hold here. This side not holds. Look at how do you define the definition. Recursive languages are accepted by HTM as well as TM, but definition is accepted by HTM. Everybody, so these are the 2 points you might confuse in the exam. Accepted by HTM, accepted by TM. Both are possible for recursive, but only one side. Other side, if the language is accepted by TM, that doesn't mean that recursive, but language accepted by HTM, definitely recursive. Look at the difference, other side how it holds. But RE language, I don't know accepted by HTM, but I know accepted by Turing motion, definitely. Whenever I accept it by Turing motion, that language is RE, but that may be regular, that may be finite, that may be DCFL, anything. Yes, may or may not. Other side, this time it holds for both. In previous one may not be this one other side, but this time is both sides. Whenever I have a TM, that is RE. Whenever the language is RE, I have a TM. So both side holds, both side holds. Remember that. These are the important definitions for you. Yes, logic exists definitely for valid, but I don't know for invalid. If I know for invalid, definitely that is recursive language. So this is a very important another definition. Enumerable by TM. Any language which is enumerable by TM, which is RE, both sides, both sides. Here, don't say enumerable by TM. If you say only one side, I can write that. Enumerable by TM. Yes, definitely enumerable by TM. Why not? Yes, but only one side. Only this side. Other side is not going to hold. But if I write enumerable by TM in effective manner on in lexicographical order, then it comes into definition of recursive language. Now both sides it holds, this side and this side. And these are the important definitions that you should remember from the Turing machine. If you want to know about the Turing machine, it is a very important. Definitions are only going to play important role in the exam. So now onwards, next 30 minutes, I will focus on, if you attend this next 30 minutes, and I don't think you need to understand the Turing machine. You no need to understand the Turing machine, right? You don't need to understand the Turing machine. Just attend the session and remember the points, whichever I discuss, just put in the exam if you have not studied TM. What do you mean by logic exists? Doesn't? No, what do you mean by logic exist? Logic exist means you can design a Turing machine, you can accept the valid strings. Logic exist means you can halt all the time. Logic exists for the valid strings means I can design a Turing machine, I can make the TM all set final for every valid string. Logic means halt. Logic means halt. Are you clear, guys? I have a logic means halt. I have a logic to crack the gate means I will halt because I will definitely get the gate rank. If you don't have a logic to prepare for the gate, you might prepare for your whole lifetime because you never halt in writing the gate exam or in cracking the gate exam. That is the reason you don't have a logic to prepare for gate. Understand? Logic, a word replaced by halt, it's fine. Because if I have a logic means I will definitely halt. If I don't have a logic, then I don't know what I do basically. I don't know what I do. I may halt, I may not halt. That depends on what I do in the machine. Fine. No logic is also, you may assume, does not halt. Case is there. Yes, loop, infinite loop. Okay, now come to the point, guys. What is important for the recursive language and RE language? The second importance is words. This recursive language, sorry guys. This recursive language has so many equivalent words. Did you remember all of them? If you have studied, this is called as Turing decidable or simply decidable. This is also called as anybody other than the decidable languages, any other name? I can use the word not undecidable. Of course, not un, दोनों cancel करके decidable ही होंगे. Bidirectional, synonym, remember that. Equivalent word. And I can say that lexicographically enumerable or effectively enumerable. Or I can say logic exists for both valid and invalid. Both side, but these are going to be very important for you. Even there are other definitions, like if you want to know about them, let's look at. There is another one which is important. If you assume L is your language, then L and L complement both L and L complement are having Turing machine. You can say both L and L complement are RE languages. Right, these are the famous definitions of the decidable or recursive language, which could be possible in, if you look at the previous year GATE question, they asked one question from here. Turing recognizable. Which of the following languages is Turing recognizable? Right, all recursive languages comes as well as RE languages. And what else we have? Another word, Turing acceptable. A Turing to optional है. Simply you can use recognizable or acceptable, or I can say enumerable. TM is optional word, enumerable. And I can say that L as a Turing machine. If you assume this is L has a Turing machine, but L complement don't know, so we can't say that. Simply I can say L has a TM. And what else you can say? Valid strings have a logic, but invalid we don't know. Don't say we don't have a logic. Valid have a logic, but invalid we don't know. And another name is exactly semi-decidable. Another name, I forgot to say that, semi-decidable or partially decidable, the another name of recursively enumerable. So these words are going to play very important role in the exam. Those people who remember these words, you can answer undecidable and Turing machine questions easily. Yes, clear? Yeah, good point. I forgot even semi-decidable. Look at the word semi-decidable is also synonym of RE language. Yes. Now, closure properties of recursive languages. Remember some important points. Remember not closed. Remember not closed. Closed तो बहुत सारे हैं. Not closed. From very few important operations I'm talking about. Very few. Anyone? Yeah, countable word is very difficult when I'm not using. Tell me which are not closed. If you could have been remembered. If you could have remembered this. SSH. What is SSH? Abhirup. Not closed SSH. Look at that. What is S means? Substitution. Good. What is another S? Subset. Or you can switch them, doesn't matter. H, homomorphism. These are the famous words which are not remembered. This is F, this is a subset, and this is H. Yes, these three are very famous operations which are not closed. It means that union, intersection, complement, concatenation, reversal, clinic closure, positive closure, and many are closed. Many are closed. Right. These are the three important I'm talking about. There are many other operations which are not closed. I'm not discussing, but I'm going to discuss in one slide later. And when it comes to RE languages, did you make any shortcut for them to remember? Again, you remembered for not closed. Quick. Close तो बहुत ज़्यादा है ना, तो remember करना बहुत मुश्किल होता. You can remember easily which are not closed. Remaining all are, you can assume them, which are important. What are not closed? First thing, is there any shortcut for that? People are making the shortcut to remember them, so that's why I'm following them too. Is there any shortcut? Any shortcut that you made? CDS, DCS, yes, good points. CDS, good. C programming and data structure, you can remember that. CDS, C programming and data structure. Yes, CDS. है ना? Complement. Okay. and difference and then subset. अगर ये तीनों याद रख लिए ना, काम खत्म. Because union, intersection, concatenation, reversal, and what else? What is that? Sorry. Clini star, clini plus, prefix, suffix, substring, all are closed, guys, even including quotient, right? All of them are closed. Everybody, these are the shortcuts which will help you, those people who are not understood, because nobody explains the proof for them. Then when there is no proof in front of you, you can only make one, is that is shortcut. So I made these shortcuts because so many people are failing to remember them, even including me. So my students are helping here how to remember the shortcut, those things which you can't understand because you don't have a proof in front of you. Yes or no? Yes, thank you so much for remembering these shortcuts and helping me to teach and helping others to follow you. And that's great that you made a shortcut for very difficult topics, and we have so many shortcuts in undisability too. Yes. Now we have a very, very important topic, which is the last topic today, and then we will wind up the session. But remember all the three words that I was worried about to follow. What are the words you know about? Please remind me. One is decidable, and don't use undecidable itna easily. Another one, RE, but not recursive. And the last one, which you have to remember, not RE. And these things important. Other things, which is semi-decidable, and other word undecidable, very dangerous words. Everyone? Yeah, that's great. That's great. See, I can't teach you well unless you believed me, right? You are believing me, so that is the reason I'm making many shortcuts to remember. Even I don't remember those shortcuts, I'm making the shortcuts in classes, because tomorrow I'm going to forget the shortcuts again. When I come to the classes, students are helping me to remember the shortcut. Yes. Now among these 5 words, the first 3 words, if you have a clarity, and these 2 words are going to easily answered. Do not answer these 2 directly, because these 2 are going to confuse you a lot. And answer always these 3, and remember these 3 definitions. These 3 automatically can be answered. Look at why. Because the semi-decidable, let me write synonyms first. Decidable, another name is what? Recursive. It is another name, guys. And RE but not recursive, what is the another name? Another name is SD and UD. ये SD के अंदर आएगा और UD के अंदर भी आएगा. और नॉट RE वो बाहर है. क्या बोलूं मैं? नॉट SD और कुछ है क्या नाम? नॉट सेमी डिसाइडेबल. और सेमी डिसाइडेबल का दूसरा नाम है रिकर्सिवली एन्यूमरेबल. लैंग्वेज तो लैंग्वेज प्रॉब्लम है तो प्रॉब्लम. अनडिसाइडेबल, इसको मैं इतना बोल सकता हूं, नॉट डिसाइडेबल मतलब नॉट रिकर्सिव. इसका मतलब नॉट रिकर्सिव. अगर ये वर्ड्स क्लियरली समझ में आया, इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस वर्ड्स, मेरा हेल्प जरूरत ही नहीं है आपको. ऐसा नो, अगर इस वर्ड्स को क्लैरिटी बन गया, यू नो नीड टू हैव एनी एक्सप्लेनेशन फ्रॉम मी. बट रिमेंबरिंग द वर्ड्स आर रियली इंपॉर्टेंट हियर, बिकॉज मुझे भी मालूम नहीं था लास्ट ईयर तक यार ये वर्ड्स को कैसे यूज करें. राइट, आज इतना क्लियरली पढ़ा रहा हूं, ओनली द रीजन इज वर्कड हार्ड, and today I'm able to explain because I remembered a lot and I followed definitions. I understood the concept behind them. Now one direction, look at one direction. Decidable, अगर decidable समझ में आया, ये बोल दो चलेगा, but one direction only, other direction is not going to hold. If anybody is saying semi decidable is decidable, गलत. कि semi decidable may or may not be, may or may not be. Is that clear? Only one direction holds. And RE but not recursive also सही है. That is also semi decidable, but other direction need not be. This direction again need not be. Look at that, points are very important. And not RE, you can say undecidable. The second line is there, right? let me use another color for that. Which color is good? Blue. And RE but not recursive. You can also use red. RE but not recursive. I can also say undecidable, but undecidable, no need to be that. This side is not going to hold. And not RE, you can say undecidable, but undecidable, no need to be. And if you have these relations with you, no one can confuse these words. Everybody? Yes. You can make now short notes, right? I will provide the short notes if required, definitely. Ajay Gupta, this is not a short notes for you. This is the 3 hours is a short notes for you, yaar. Right? सिर्फ लास्ट में आके शॉर्ट नोट्स पूछे ना, अरे मेरे जो सामने आके पूछे यार, है ना, ऑनलाइन में कुछ भी पूछोगे. Right? Everybody clear? Can you remember this? They are going to ask in English lines like every decidable is semi-decidable. सही तो है, but every semi-decidable need not be decidable. अगर कोई बोल रहा है, if anybody is saying that every semi-decidable is decidable, say that the statement is false. That's all you require to understand the concept behind this. Okay, now let me give you the definitions of these 5. Decidable means, let me write them in separate one. Do you have any slide here? Oh, not directly. Let me go to the slide. Okay, let me help you to remember these words. D and that is decidable. Let me say that is 1 and 2. RE, that means recursively enumerable but not recursive. What is the definition of that? And the third one, not RE. Whether it is problem or language, same definition. Fourth, RE, also called as semi-decidable, SD. Semi-decidable, remember the word, recursively enumerable, semi-decidable. Write them. Fifth one, UD means undecidable. UD means undecidable. So let me give you the definition. These 5 words are not same, they are not equivalent, they are different words. Right? Venn diagram bhi aayega, Venn diagram bhi aayega. Pehle definition. So decidable, it means HTM pakka honge. TM bhi honge, HTM bhi honge, no doubt. But HTM to pakka honge. I can design Turing machine, that doesn't mean that it is not decidable. Remember, I can design a Turing machine, only for valid string I will create a logic, invalidating it's my choice. But कहीं ना कहीं HTM तो होंगे पक्का. इसके लिए TM exists, no doubt, but HTM not there. But there is no HTM. You don't have HTM, guys. You don't have HTM. Look at the definition of this. I have a Turing machine, but I don't have HTM. That is the reason RE but not recursive. Okay, not RE means there is no machine. There is no Turing machine. Indirectly, no machine in the world. And RE, I can say TM exists, but I don't know whether HTM exists or not. Rahul, अरे यार, इससे पहले अनअकैडमी में था, उससे पहले एस में था, उससे पहले ग्रेडअप में तो है, उससे पहले मेडिज में था, है ना? यस, आई एम RE, इसका मतलब TM exist. इतना बोल सकते हैं, HTM होगा नहीं होगा, we don't know. Whether we have HTM or not, we don't know. But TM definitely. UD. Anybody can give the definition of UD? Anyone? UD, undecidable. Undecidable, guys. Undecidable. इसका मतलब no HTM. That's all. TM exists or not, that depends on what language you are going to take. Yes. Hannah. All right. Everybody clear? There is no HTM. That is the reason undecidable means not decidable, not recursive. Not recursive means no HTM. ये नहीं है, मतलब no HTM exists, no HTM for this. Clear this point? Is just opposite of the first word. Opposite of the first word. Okay. Now you want a diagram? Let's look at the diagram. Good. Okay. I'm going to use the tools, guys. First time. All right. Good. Okay, now we have these three classes we have, and let's try to understand these three classes. Okay. Fine. These are all decidable languages or problems, all decidables. And you can assume problems or languages, it's your choice. It's your choice. All decidable languages or all decidable problems, same hierarchy and same relationship, same kind of relationship we have for all of them. And the other box, which is all RE languages or problems, all REs. And जो बीच में है ना, ये दोनों का बीच में all not RELs or not REs. And ये ऊपर वाली बॉक्स है ना, that is all languages or all problems or languages. It is your choice. All problems or languages. You can assume anything. If you assume problems, assume everybody is the problems we are relating. Okay. Now what is this relation? They're all REs, but they are not recursives. Okay, now here, how do you relate now? If I say decidable, that you can say semi-decidable because it is there in the semi-decidable. It is there in the RE because another name of RE only semi-decidable, right? If you want to understand undecidable, look at the undecidable. From here to here, from here to here is all undecidables. Let me write all word. And here this all REs, all undecidables are very interesting. These are also called as all semi-decidables. Okay, you can remember this class diagram which will help you a lot, in the exam, because you cannot confuse by looking at it. If you want even complements, I will help you. Let me help you complements too. Okay, if I take any language, let's say L1, इसकी complement हमेशा इसके अंदर ही आएगा, L1 complement. If I take L2 this place, that is outside recursive and inside RE, outside recursive, inside RE. If it is outside recursive, inside RE, उसका complement सीधा बाहर जाएगा because उसका invalid strings की logic नहीं रहेगा. अगर invalid strings valid strings बनेगा ना, उसका भी logic नहीं बनेगा. तो L2 complement सीधा बाहर, not REL में रहेगा वो. अगर if you take here any language L3, it has the two choices. That language type decides. If that language both valid and invalid, no logic, उसका complement इसी में रहेगा. अगर उसका invalid की logic है, उसका complement फिर वापस आएगा इसमें. It depends on what type of L3 it is. So you can easily understand in theoretical questions, decidable complement is the decidable. Just one decidable word. Decidable language complement is also decidable, and RE but not recursive. Iska complement not REL, and not REL complement maybe not REL or maybe REL but not recursive. So these are the important relations between the all five words that are there in undecidability concept. Is that clear? Okay. So let me go to the decision properties table. I hope you remember decision properties table. What is that? Headmaster. What is the name, guys? Headmaster teaching effectively data structure. So these are the important concepts that I have taken. Headmaster teaching effectively data structure. The H means halting, M means membership, T means, oh, I just changed the word, it's okay, effectively teaching. Sorry guys, sometimes even I forget the shortcut. Effectively teaching. Okay, E means emptiness, F means finiteness, and T means totality, E means equivalence, and D means disjoint. ये सारे problems है, not languages. Remember, they're all just problems. They are not called as languages. Yes. S means set containment or subset check. You can use any word. Set containment or subset checking. In the exam, if they are going to be asking like membership, is it decidable or undecidable, very easy to answer, and we have a shortcut for that too. बस किसको upper diagonal, upper triangular or lower triangular, if you know it, you can make easily shortcut. Okay, set containment is the last one. Yeah, let me answer it. For finite automata, blindly say everything is decidable. There is no such thing here undecidable. And there is another word which is Turing motion. Everything is undecidable. So you don't need to remember the first column and last column, which is going to be very easy shortcut for you. The first column and last column, no need to remember, guys. That's because for regular languages, this all are decidable or finite automata, and the last one, Turing motion, yeah, all are undecidable, including the last row. Okay, now you need to make a shortcut for the remaining to remember those people who are not able to understand the definition of these problems, like DPDA, PDA, and whether it is HTM or LBA, you can use the same column. No need to create two columns for them. You can use the same column for both. And here, what is the shortcut we have? You can make the shortcut. First is a decidable, even second also decidable up to HTM, and this emptiness, finiteness, decidable only for DCFL and CFL out of these three, and a totality is decidable for DCFLs or DPDA, including equivalence. So this is the table you need to remember, and remaining whatever you have, they are undecidable. Either you can fill or you cannot, it's your choice. The remaining all are undecidable. Of course, to remember more than this, you need to practice these concepts. So what you have to remember, just you need to remember this much. Yeah, I hope you can remember this table for the exam point of view. The reason behind it, undecidability concept is not gonna be easy for many undergraduate students. So I made this shortcut. Just remember up to here. Just remember up to here. Right? 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. That is the shortcut for you guys. Everyone? Yeah, this table say at least 1 mark comes, but कभी-कभी 2 mark भी आएगा, कभी-कभी 3 mark भी आएगा, but they are going to make the language from here. Any language that I can make from this problem set, you can answer according to this question. Example, yeah, अगर इस table को याद रख लिया, if you can remember this, hundreds of problems you can make. Just I'll make 3 questions because we don't have much time today, and that's enough. Suppose I'm making the question. This is called as membership. Here already we have a problem. that is membership problem. Look at the membership problem. Membership problem is decidable. This is a problem. What is the problem? Whether given DFA accepts AB or not is a problem. But that problem I made a language, because same algorithm I'm going to use for entire language. Every string I'm going to apply the same language, same algorithm. And membership problem is decidable. So what you do basically, you are going to make a machine. The input is DFA and I can build HTM. I'm proving that HTM exists. I take DFA. I will ask, there is a membership algorithm. And this algo takes two inputs. One is AB, other is machine. There are two inputs it takes and it can say yes or no. That I am going to produce yes and no. Yes means that DFA belongs to L. No means DFA not belongs to L. Here DFA is an input, guys. DFA is an input. Not just AB. DFA is an input. We can verify whether the DFA accepts AB or not using halting Turing machine, because after some time I'm going to halt because I have an algorithm. Which algorithm? That is a membership algorithm I'm going to apply for this language. So this HTM is going to use this algorithm to verify every DFA. You give any DFA, the same algorithm works for any DFA. Everybody? Yes, Tushar, that is not comes under revision. If it is, that is, you need to work hard. At least, at most, I can take them, but that's each problem takes half an hour, 1 hour. Are you going to do the revision? If you want to do the revision for the Turing machine undisable problems, it takes even 10 hours to understand each and every concept in undisability required for GATE. Is that clear? The table is going to help you a lot. Okay, some of the important questions that you have asked, I'll make you revise. Who is that? Tushar, I'm going to help you. Can you make similarly every question from the table? Can you make every question like that? You have 8 rows and 5 columns. 8 into 5, 40, 8, 40, 8 only, right? Yeah, 40, and you can see, decide like similarly, and so many problems I can make. Even iska complement bhi honge aur. Okay, now I'm going to, he has asked one question, so in the last minute let me take them. Some of the languages, like people might want to revise. And this is the last session. There is a one slide that I want to take later, but let's see. Accepts only epsilon. Epsilon you can replace with any string. Epsilon you can replace with any string. TM accepts some string, or TM accepts 2014 length string, which is a previous year GATE question, a 17 length, whatever. Fifth one, TM accepts string AB within 100 moves. And such questions are there a lot, and these are the very famous questions. Yeah, hello everyone. Tell me which are decidable. This is a membership problem. Anyhow, it is undecidable, but it is partially decidable, because whenever it accepts epsilon, it halts at final, so you will have a logic for valid string. TM accepts only epsilon, and only means epsilon accepted, remaining everything not accepted. We cannot verify every string in the world, so directly not RE. Accept some string, which is non-emptiness, emptiness complement. Accepting some string is similar to the accepts epsilon. This problem can be reducible to this. This is also going to come to this one. right? You can keep the same Turing motion multiple times. You can create multiple threads of the same TM. You can ask one by one strings till you get some string, and TM accepts the same same answer, whether you give epsilon or you don't give any string, but you have some string, or you have 2014 length strings. All are similar problems. All are similar problems. Yes. And the last one, 100 moves. Within 100 moves only you need to verify whether it accepts or not. After 100 moves, if it is accepted or not, we don't care. We don't care. If you are taking 101 move, that means it is not accepted within 100. So that can be decided by going to 101 move. So this is decidable, because just we need to take 100 moves to decide the answer, not infinite loop, right? If you halt within 10 moves, say that I have accepted within 100. Yeah, this is how we can revise the concept like this. So many problems that you have to talk about Turing motion, and that I've already helped in the previous sessions on other platforms, but I'm going to bring many sessions, and I'm going to make you practice some questions day after tomorrow. Yeah. And reducibility, one concept is there, guys. In reducibility, let me give you, if anybody is saying A reducible to B, that means B is equal order or more harder than A. It indirectly, A is equal or less harder than B. That is the meaning of A is reducible to B. You talk about A or you talk about B, but you have a relation, A might be equal to B or A might be less harder than B. Similarly, B is equal to A or it can be more harder than A. Now in this scenario, to solve the problem A, we map these instances of A into instances of B to solve A problem. So anyhow, don't worry much about the definition. Like, if to understand this, if B is decidable, here B is more order than A and all A instances are reducible to B, it means that if B is decidable, indirectly A is also decidable. How do you remember this concept? Assume like B is a project, A is a module. And if you have only one module, then module and project are equal. If you have more modules, then B might have, including A, maybe C might be present inside. You don't know about other modules inside the B. So B is like a project and A is like a module, right? If project is dealing with only one module, then A and B are equal. If B has more modules, then B is more harder than A. So using this concept, you can make easily answering these questions, like if A is undecidable, means A has no halting program, then definitely B will not have halting program, because A is a module which is there in the project. Yes, then B is also UD. It's a very interesting fact that these 2 points are very important in the reducibility concept. So this could have been asked many times in the exam. If any question missing from the table, there is high probability to ask a question from here. Everybody, so remember this. If A has no halting program, definitely B has no halting program. If B has a program, then A will also have a program. If B has a halting program, then A will also have a halting program. Everybody, so remember these few concepts. Remember these few concepts. Yes. Piyush, Rice theorem का भी जरूरत है. Theorem is to prove whether the language is decidable or undecidable. इसमें prove कर लेना यार, इनको theorem चाहिए यार. Proofs I don't like ever. Theorems basically when you don't understand them, right? Do you want a proof? यार इनको क्या बताऊं यार, लिख के बताऊं क्या ये राइस थ्योरम है? राइस थ्योरम बहुत बार आया अब तक, अभी ये डाउट्स के लिए नहीं. I have discussed many times. Rice theorem is to prove whether the problem is undecidable or decidable. Example यार, इनको एग्जाम्पल दे देते यार. रिवीजन समझ नहीं आ रहा है मैं क्या कर रहा हूं आपको. ओके TM accepts regular. एक एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं यार. Let's say this is L1. Second question, L2. TM accepts recursive. Rice theorem says that any non-trivial property is undecidable. इस दोनों में non-trivial property क्या है? Non-trivial property is that some Turing machine satisfies, some Turing machine doesn't satisfy that. If you look at that, can I say every TM accepts regular? No, there are some TMs which accept regular, some TMs which are accepts non-regular. So there are two types of Turing machines here. There are two types of Turing machines. So this is a non-trivial property. This is a non-trivial property. So there are some Turing machines which accepts regular. There are some Turing machines which accepts not regular. So this kind of problem is undecidable. Not just undecidable, it is even here not real. This one, sorry, I'm very sorry, I've made some mistake here. This is a recursively enumerable language. Is there any Turing machine in the world which doesn't accept REL? Is it trivial property or not trivial property? Whether the given TM accepts REL or not? I want to collect every Turing machine which is accepting REL. Is there any Turing machine in the world which doesn't accept REL? ये मैं दिखा सकता हूं. There are Turing machine which doesn't accept regular. They accepts non-regular. है ना? इसको बोलते हैं non-trivial property. इसका राइस थ्योरम applicable है. That is the reason it is undecidable. But इसका राइस थ्योरम अप्लाई नहीं कर सकता क्यों? A trivial property. This is trivial property. ये decidable है. This is undecidable. You can prove using राइस थ्योरम. But क्यों prove करोगे? जब समझ में आया यूजिंग डेफिनेशन, व्हाई डू यू नीड ए थ्योरम टू प्रूव इट? इज इट क्लियर? इसलिए पोस्ट करेस्पॉन्डेंस प्रॉब्लम, बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आई नेवर डिस्कस इन माय क्लासेस बिकॉज सच प्रॉब्लम्स विल बी एक्सप्लेन्ड इन द क्वेश्चन इफ दे वांट टू आस्क, राइट? ओके, एनीहाउ, so you understood the concept. The first problem you can apply because there are some TMs accepts regular and some TMs accepts not regulars. That means you have a non-trivial property. You cannot understand Turing machine ever what it does. But here it's not some. Every TM accepts REL. That is the definition of TM in the world. Rice theorem is not applicable here. Okay, not applicable. Rice theorem is not applicable here. Here Rice theorem is applicable. It talks about the property. It talks about the property of the languages, right? Turing machine is accepting that language or this language, is you can apply Rice theorem. Even I can ask TM accepts A star, TM accepts CFL, TM accepts recursive. All such problems you can apply Rice theorem. All such problems. यहाँ पर suppose if you want to accept, you know, what can I say? DFA accepts regular. वो तो trivial है. वहाँ apply करना जरूरत नहीं है ना. ठीक है. Okay, now as I said, I will help you to remember some of the important concepts, like here when I am talking about regular languages. As I said, in one slide I am going to give you फहद, इनको ज़्यादा एग्जाम्पल चाहिए, इनको बता दो यार एग्जाम्पल्स कहाँ मिलेगा, कैसे मिलेगा, राइट? पहली बार आया प्लेटफॉर्म में आप, मैं भी पहली बार आया, आपको सब कुछ चाहिए TOC एक दिन में, राइट? नहीं होंगे ना. You need to follow me and you need to learn from me. You need to follow many definitions that I deliver. एक दिन में किसी से नहीं होता दुनिया में, है ना? चलो, मैं क्वेश्चन के आंसर देने वाला नहीं. सोहिल, ट्यूरिंग मशीन एक्सेप्ट्स एटलीस्ट 30 लेंथ स्ट्रिंग. यूडी तो होंगे ना, एटलीस्ट चाहिए ना आपको, है ना? ऑल राइट. हाँ, चलो प्रॉब्लम्स लेके आ रहा है क्या? ये डाउट सेशन है क्या? ऑलराइट, नाउ first one, regular languages. Where do you focus on? Regular languages. You remember which is not closed. Among them, which is not closed? Only among them. Look at this, might be, I know, a question which has 4 options. 4 options from here. Then look at which is not closed. Just remember one word, that is subset. Oh, sorry. This is not closed for regular. Yes or no? And you need to remember this is not closed for regular. This is not closed for regulars. Over. Among them remaining all are closed. Clear this point? Yes. Infinite union तो नहीं लिखे ना, तो उसके बारे में मत सोचो यार, सोचो सिर्फ सबसेट के लिए. Yes, infinite union intersection सब कुछ not closed. And now when I am talking about DCFLs, वो तो closed के लिए चाहिए ना आपको. And complement and prefix, these two are closed for DCFLs. CPI, there is one more, inverse homomorphism. अगर आपके पास वो CPI शॉर्टकट है ना, तीनों आएगा बाहर. CPI, they are closed for DCFLs. And इसी में if you want remaining definitely not closed. Union is not closed. मैं तीनों को याद रख लिया, मतलब remaining सारे opposite है ना वर्ड्स. ये भी बोलना मत, ये भी बोलना मत guys. If I am remembering CPI, remaining all are not closed because I remembered closed, है ना. Regular के लिए एक ही remember कर दो, remaining all are closed. And DCFL just remember 3 because remaining are not closed. And CFLs, what about CFLs guys? CFLs, intersection and complement. What is the name? The CID. D matlab difference. And subset. And Q matlab quotient. ये सारे not closed. CID और कुछ है नाम for CFLs. These are not closed for CFLs. And remaining all are closed. You have to remember carefully because here not closed, I am saying it means that remaining are closed. Yes. I hope all are clear. Yes. Remaining you can apply for recursive and RL, CID, SQ. Yes. You can apply recursive and RL also you can apply using the shortcuts. So this is how you can remember all of them. You do only few things to remember, but remaining all you can catch easily. These are the important operations for the exam. I have not seen apart from this any question from basic operations, but you also have finite union, finite intersection. You apply them later. Okay, using your knowledge. Yes, finite, I am not talking about finite infinite operations guys. They are different closure properties. Are you clear? These are the standard ones. They are secondary ones, but prepare for them too. I have not explained them. Finite are different, and I can give you one shortcut if you want. ये finite infinite बात कर रहा है, उसके लिए अलग बात है, उसके लिए अलग बात है. There are two things. Keep a note. Infinite जो भी है, union, intersection जो भी है, कुछ भी concatenation, anything, these are not closed for all of them, so don't think much about it. Not closed for regulars, DCFLs, CFLs or CSLs or recursives, RELs जो भी है. But be careful, don't talk about finite and infinite domains. Finite language and infinite language, don't talk about these operations, because you know what infinite languages, they are closed under intersection, union, because infinite union infinite is always infinite, right? So be careful about it. Yes, तो इसलिए मैं shortcut बना रहा हूँ इसके लिए भी. Finite languages, finite operations, you should be very careful. Finite union and finite ये क्या है यार, finite intersection and finite concatenation and finite difference and finite subset, and F finite substitution. This you have to make a separate table to remember. Yes. Yeah guys, this is, let's say, finite substitution. Okay, like remember for regulars separately, DCFLs, you need to make hard work because I'm not making any shortcut here. And this is a different table. This is a different table that I'm making based on understanding. The first four rows is very easy, but last two rows you make later on. So first four rows, you remember once. A single union, a single intersection, single concatenation, single difference, whatever you have answer, copy paste. Everybody? Yes. Friends, namaste यार, जाने का टाइम पे नमस्ते बोल रहा है यार. अभी आया क्या उठ के? चलो, यूनियन. देखो, regular language, union is closed, so finite union is also closed. Intersection is closed, so finite. Concatenation is closed, yes. Difference closed, yes. I'm not going to talk about this right now. Later on. Okay, DCFLs. Union, उसका DCFL के लिए complement prefix है ना closed. और ये concatenation, difference, intersection, union तो close नहीं है. CFLs, union closed and intersection not closed. You remember that CIDSQ, in that I is nothing but intersection, and concatenation is closed, and different CID D is there, so that is not closed. And recursive languages, all of them are closed. Concatenation, difference, intersection, union, all of them are closed. Even this one, all of them are closed. So finite operations too. Is that clear? First four rows and these two rows, finite subset, everybody is closed. That is one important point, like inverse homomorphism. This is one of the important one. Finite subset is always gives you finite language. So finite language is there is called as regular, is also DCFL, is also CFL, all of them. So finite subset is closed for all the domains. And finite substitution depends on, you can remember substitution but not exactly same definition. In the substitution with regular, now you need to do with finite language. Obviously already closed, but DCFLs not closed under even homomorphism. Homomorphism is one of the finite substitution. And CFLs closed, and remaining here. Finite substitution is not closed because homomorphism is not closed. Epsilon free you require, and this one closed. So if you want to remember this table, you can remember, but not easy to understand, guys. That is the reason I don't discuss along with the basic operations. Is that clear? I hope today you enjoyed this session, and I'm going to bring you the tomorrow session, which is a compiler design from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and which is going to be which is a very small subject, but even big subject I'm taking 3 hours, and small subject is also taking 3 hours. So I'm going to discuss more in compiler because of code optimization. You need little bit practice too. So I'll give all the definitions clearly tomorrow, like today. And today also we didn't miss any concept which is important for GATE. But there are so many things which I have not discussed, which are not important for GATE. Is that clear? Thank you so much for joining today's session, and don't forget to join GradeUp. And if you are interested to take the GradeUp Super subscription, you're always welcome. And don't forget to subscribe this channel where we are going to come live every day. Yes, we are not going to make private this video. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and number of days left for CS, just 4 days. That is the reason I'm putting this hard work for you. And I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to teach anything new in these days, because in the last minute you should revise what you know rather than learning what you don't know. Remember my word, in the last few days remember and do rehearsal, do revision what you know, and don't try to focus on what you don't know, because it will waste your time. It needs time, and that much time you don't have right now. Now you have 12 subjects and hundreds and thousands of concepts in front of you. Usko pehle पढ़ के जाना है एग्जाम में. जो ऑलरेडी पढ़ लिया ना, जो नहीं पढ़ लिया उसको छोड़ के जाना दिक्कत नहीं है, because there is a chance they don't come in the exam, right? There's also chance they may come, but we will be positive always. Yes. गांधी बुक्स में जाके पढ़ लेना यार. All right. So now we have so many exams like GATE, ISRO, BARC, NILIT and DRDO, other PSC exams. We are going to create the batch for every such kind of exam. There is no platform in the world that has the batches for every individual exam. Only for GATE, the people says that study only for the GATE and don't go and write the exam. But on GradeUp, we are going to guide you every exam. You are preparing for GATE, obviously you can write other exams, but we are going to train you even for other exams with other separate batches. So that is the beauty of GradeUp, and please join GradeUp as soon as possible. We have the Vision Batch 2022, and every exam you will have the batch. That is the beauty of GradeUp. Anyhow, you have so many of live classes and practice questions and mock test and chapter wise study notes and many more, whatever we are mentioning, which is required for GATE, which is required for exams, and so many sessions and so many new content we are going to bring to the batches that we will help you to understand, like revision batches and practice batches. So many are going to come, but that depends on the number of users that we get every day, and that is going to help us to create many batches too. Thank you so much. And we have so many experts on GradeUp, and those all people are working from long time. I've just joined yesterday, and I'm very glad to work all these people. And thank you so much for coming to this YouTube channel. And we have produced, the GradeUp has produced, not me, GradeUp has produced many rankers before, and in the initial stage also GradeUp had a very good ranks, and the students have learned a lot from the content available on GradeUp, and so many previous educators, they helped to achieve these ranks. And this year we are hoping many more good ranks, and of course we have so much of students that we are believing this year, and let's see. And this is what we have on GradeUp Super, and we have structured live courses, India's best faculty that were teaching on this platform, and complete doubt resolution. Every day you post doubt and you will get reply from educators as well as the content developers as well as managers. We have so many people who can help you, and we have full syllabus coverage in every batch. And also the green card facility will have online mock test and which are designed by toppers and based on latest exam pattern. So this green card is going to help you to attempt online mock test, and you can join GradeUp Super. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also download a GradeUp app and start learning using GradeUp app. I'm always available on GradeUp, and thank you so much. Yes, discrete mathematics I will plan if I get the time. Yes, Kumar Rajesh, thank you so much. I will do the same session for discrete mathematics to revise all the concepts only when you like this session and you interact with me. Interaction is the most important one that you have done today, and please come every day. I will bring the session for discrete mathematics too. Thank you so much for joining today, and I hope see you. I hope you will be joining the next session on tomorrow, and day after tomorrow we have 2 sessions, and also balance your day life with other subjects too. Thank you so much for joining today. Bye bye. See you. Take care, guys.